Thank you, settlement and guns. Coming.
I'm on tour. Toronto, Buffalo, Nashville, Atlanta, Phoenix. This week's episode, Joey Coco Diaz, Ralphie May. Go to BurtBurtBurt.com, get a shirt. I love you with all my heart.
Is the Birdcast.
I had that today. Chili,
And what do? You put it in the oven?
microwave, 2 minutes.
Everything
And then
is good?
there's 3 snacks a day you eat. And there's like apples and vegetables and almond butter and stuff. And it speeds up your metabolism. I did it 21 days and I lost 32 pounds.
And you just eat their meals.
Just eat their meals and work out. It's
What do you
terrific.
think,
And it's so easy. They have it all planned out for you.
Yeah.
What to do.
You
and
know
you just
about
put it
this
in your
too?
refrigerator.
No, I don't know about this one, but the almond butter, I did the almond butter pretty aggressively. Like I put almond butter on everything. That was my shit.
And how is it?
I fucking love it, man. I was putting it on rice cake and almond butter. I put a little bit of stevia in it, like to sweeten it up.
Yeah, right.
And it tastes like fucking peanut. It tastes awesome.
You can put a little honey on it.
Yeah.
Almond butter tastes like regular butter?
It tastes like regular peanut butter with a little. It tastes like Jif if you put a little bit of stevia. Stevia is like all natural, or agave. It's like a all natural. Stevia is the wrong one. I think it's agave. But it's like,
Agave looks like the honey.
yeah, it looks like honey, but it's like
It's
I think
just
it's
sugar
lowering.
water.
Yeah, it's like I think it's lowering calories. I tell you what, man.
It's a different type of sugar. Is what it is.
I did that cleanse. That cleanse I did on the clean program. Man, that's where I lost all my weight. And what happened is
Eat on that?
what? No, you got to do like it's juice in the morning, snack like almond butter and what you want, and then lunch is like lean protein and green, snack and then juice, and then 12 hours between juices. But man, I lose like 40 pounds in 17 days. And it just came off me, but here's the reason. So I wasn't
booze.
drinking.
Yeah.
Wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing coffee, and I was working out. So it was like I was taking in 1,200 calories. I was burning 4,000 calories a day.
What's the
Yeah.
no coffee thing? What's coffee do to you?
I don't know. I think it's more like a.
The coffee's got a lot of benefits to it, but when you're dieting, it stimulates your appetite.
Even
But-
if you don't put sugar in? Like, I drink it
Yeah.
black. I don't give
I drink it black too, just like my
Drink it
music.
black.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
No, I like
just
coffee
like my
black.
penis.
I don't give a fuck. It's
in the
not
shade
bad,
so
but
much.
People always say, I need that cup of coffee in the morning. I can't
Yeah,
do
I like
two.
it. I like a cup
I
of
don't
coffee.
do two. I just do one.
Yeah.
I do a latte macchiato.
I drink enough coffee so I'm like shaking.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I like
Holy
to get it
shit.
to where I'm shaking, and then I get on the treadmill and I fucking pound it out.
Man, you know what I've been doing? I've been doing the rowing machine. I fucking love it, dude.
Leanne wants to buy a rowing machine. I was
Yeah,
like, where the
get a
fuck do you?
concept too.
They're so big though. Where do you put them?
They fold up.
Really?
Yeah, they fold up.
I got that. I was telling Joey I bought that spin bike the other day.
Yeah.
It's fucking best, man. I love that shit. I love.
So you sit out here and do that shit?
I come out and I'll do an hour of spin, or I'll get on the treadmill and I'll do my big thing. I was telling this to someone, and they were like, I was telling this to the guy I had on my podcast recently, Chris Ty Walker. He's a trainer. I had him run me through a run on my treadmill for the podcast, and I told him, I said, a lot of times what I like to do, and I know this doesn't make sense, but I come out, I open a bottle of wine, I get on the treadmill, and I start walking and watching TV. And I walk like 7 miles and just watch TV for an hour and a half. Right. And I'm not walking hard. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
But, man, and I drink my bottle of wine, and I'm like, I get done. I get a nice buzz, go kill some water, get in bed, go to sleep. Feel like a
Nice.
fucking monster.
Sleep like a doctor.
Yeah, like a doctor, like a savage.
Savage. Soldier.
Where did you come in from?
Nashville.
Oh, I'm heading there at the end of the month.
I know. I'm going to be there with you.
Are you really?
Yeah, man.
On the 30th?
On the 3rd. No. I'm going to be there days before.
Oh, yeah?
Are you coming in days before?
No.
No?
I'm in Buffalo.
It's a
and then I go.
one-nighter?
One-nighter, yeah.
Shit.
I'm excited.
I'll have some barbecue for you.
So you're just doing Buffalo Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you're doing Nashville on the way back.
Yeah, and then I go straight, to Atlanta to see the girls. The girls are in Atlanta that week, and then I'm at the Punchline. Yeah, I'm trying to cram as much road as I can into this short period of time, because then we start shooting again in September.
Where are you going this time?
I don't know. They threw out some big fucking places that I was like,
I saw that one where you
fuck.
went to Australia, Sydney. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
that
Dude,
was awesome.
I could fucking live in Australia.
Me too. I
That is
love
the
it.
one thing. The only thing, Joey, that I really regret is you kidnapping that dude, because there's so many fucking badass places, like Australia, fucking Canada, Mexico. That's the
Yeah.
only thing about it sucks about getting a felony.
Cuba. Go to
Well, you
Cuba.
can go to Cuba, right? No? Seriously? Fuck. Did you travel? Have you ever been out of the country? Where did you go before?
Jamaica.
That's nice, man.
I fucking love Jamaica.
I didn't know they had yanked my passport. I always thought they yanked my passport over child support. They don't yank it in Colorado over child support. Only up to a certain limit. Like you have to owe like $50,000 fucking dollars.
Wow.
They yank your passport.
Really?
Like I have a friend, they yanked his fucking passport at Kennedy Airport. And he didn't even know. This guy was paying his bills. He didn't even know that she wasn't getting the fucking checks. Like they will yank your shit.
Really?
Or after a certain amount, they'll yank your shit. So I didn't know what it was for. But then I hired an attorney in 2005, and he came back with a fucking laundry list. And that's why they won't give him the passport. Now, the only thing I'm waiting on is one fucking warrant in Seattle. Because it's a felony warrant. That's the only fucking reason. It's a felony warrant because I won't go to a fucking anger management class.
Was it the one where fucking the tooth tore
Oh
up your
no,
check?
that was the one, but that was the one when she tore up the check and I pulled the fucking hair out of her fucking head.
Wait, who's this?
I just told the story on a podcast. I don't want to go into it. They'll hear it on the podcast.
That's so funny.
I told the story. No, I had like 4 incidences with this broad that I'm still good friends with. We still talk, twice a month.
Really?
I still talk to her.
Wow, crazy.
She's stripping in Tampa, 44 years old. Still stripping, sucking dick, and fucking for $200. She'll suck your dick for $100 with a condom on. She told me that she had carpal tunnel syndrome from giving hand jobs. About 3 months ago. I had to call the podcast and tell the story. I mean, this is true shit. I have a warrant in Twin Falls, Idaho for misdemeanor assault and theft of a tent.
Of a tent, or
All in one shot. They caught me with a stolen tent.
not with intent of a tent.
Why did you have a tent?
Because I was going to take it back to Kmart and sell it back.
Oh, boomerang! That's the
man.
boomerang sale. That's awesome.
I bought this tent. It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
What I used to do in
I
those
thought it
days,
had a
I
floor.
never really shoplifted without walking out of the store. There's a way to shoplift without walking out of the store. You go into the store, you pick up what you want, you bring it to customer service and go, Bert Kreischer gave me this for my fucking birthday, and I got 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they'll say, where's the receipt? What fucking receipt? It's my birthday present.
Yeah, right.
They'll
Yeah.
call management. They'll look on the computer. In those days, they wouldn't look on the computer. They look to see if you returned something in the last fucking 10 years. They don't see your name. Then they'll give you whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Sometimes they give you store credit. Sometimes they give you cash.
Yeah.
You go on these dribble runs, steal a tent, and go to security and go, I got this tent already. What the fuck? I bought it. They go, where's the receipt? I don't have it. And then they'd say, how do you want your money? Cash or do you want? I go, I don't know.
A check. Nah, take cash.
I got so
guess.
much
Just
cash.
easy.
I don't need another $300. Meanwhile, I'd be minus 80.
Yeah, no shit on
Change in
triple
the
runs.
ashtray. Change in the fucking ashtray.
Man, I still gas like 3 times on triple runs
Triple
just
runs.
because they were so fucking shitty money.
I
and
never
was
did a triple
broke.
run.
Oh, what?
I never did a triple run.
Oh, fucking pansy.
I heard people talk about them, and I was
They're
like, yeah, I never
brutal,
did
Bert.
one.
Triple runs. Texas has KP. Whatever.
Oh, no.
What's his name?
C.W. Kendall.
I'm still on his wanted list.
C.W. Kendall would book you. He goes, I got a Friday in Nacogdoches, which is east Texas, almost Louisiana, and a Saturday in Odessa. And I'm like, great, who's going to do that Saturday? You are.
Yeah.
It's a 14-hour drive
Shut
for
the fuck up.
$250.
But he would trick you.
Yeah,
He'd say, I got a Wednesday through Sunday.
right.
And Thursday pays $350 and Sunday pays $9,000. But Friday and Saturday pay $250, and you go, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll take it. And then 2 weeks before the gig, he'd call you and go,
And that,
The
that
fucking
big-
Thursday.
Thursday and Sunday fell out.
Yeah.
The only ones that didn't fall out are the ones you're getting $1.25
Yeah,
for.
right.
Yeah.
So I was working from. I had a great relationship. I was doing Tribble, Kendall, Laughs.
Yeah.
I was an open micer. And one day I booked a 4-nighter. Pretty nice. It was like all New Mexico, and one Texas thing for C.W. Kendall.
Yeah.
And I moved to Seattle with the tooth.
Yeah.
And I still got this week. But when I booked the week, I was living in Boulder.
Carol.
It wasn't a bad week. Seattle, I got to tack 18 to that before I get down
Yeah.
to fucking New Mexico.
Yeah.
So he calls me one day, and he goes, hey, man, no Wednesday, no Thursday, no Sunday. Just $175 for Friday and $200 for Saturday. And I said, listen, man, I'm living in Seattle now. You know, and I got a ton of work up here. And I told him the truth, Ralphie.
Yeah.
I go, for $325, I'm going to spend that just in gas on the way down. He goes, if you ever want to work for C.W. Kendall again,
Yeah.
you better show up there on Friday. And if you don't show up there, I will talk to the improvs and tell them not to book you. All this shit. This is when you're a 2-year comic.
Yeah.
Fuck is this
I've
guy?
been doing comedy for
Oh,
years.
he has no pull with the improv.
He got
He's
nothing.
just
They
shit
hate
talker.
him. He's an idiot.
He's a shit talker. But you know the thing is that that shit would happen all the time, and he would talk about himself in the third person.
Yes, he would. He told
which
me.
is fucking
He goes,
hilarious.
C.W. Kendall. And then,
Yeah.
So he muscled me. He really fucking muscled me. He really muscled me. And I went and did my comedy, and that night I go home with my package of cocaine. And with 3 lines left, I got my cocaine balls. And I said, you know what? I ain't going to that fucking gig tomorrow morning. He could suck my dick.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
give a fuck how desperate I am.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's talking to me like that. So I got up the next morning and I called him bright and early. I go, CW, I'm in my car packed. I'm headed to fucking New Mexico.
Yeah.
He goes, thank you, buddy. I waited till 6 o'clock Friday night.
Yeah.
Like it was 4 o'clock in Seattle, 6 in Texas. And I called this motherfucker. And he goes, where you at? You at the hotel? I go, no, dog. I'm in Seattle. Don't you ever fucking threaten me, you piece of shit motherfucker. Oh. Fuck you and your gig in 2 hours. I hung up on that motherfucker, and that was the end of that tune.
That's fucking
And about a
great.
year and a half ago, I was somewhere in Dallas, and somebody came up to me and said, dog, would you mind doing a gig tomorrow night for C.W. Kendall? And I go, I really can. They go, it's at 6 o'clock. I'll get you like $400. I said, fuck it, I'll do it. It's right around the corner or something. So he goes, call him right now. So I called him from the tape. He goes, Joey Diaz, that name sounds familiar. He goes, call me tomorrow and I'll talk to you. So the next day I go, let me see what he says. I call him. He goes, I remember who you are. Fuck you. I go, no, fuck you, motherfucker.
Hey, I'm
I
in
was
the
gonna
car.
fuck you again.
Fuck you.
I'm in the car. I'm packed. I'm on my
Yeah,
way.
I'm going. Dude, you can't do that to me, dog. I'm already going.
Fucking. He was a
Tell
drunk.
him about how you used to
He was
take
a-
Texas Pete and fuck him up.
Pete called me today as a matter of fact.
Wait, not Pete. The Pete I know, no, right?
Yeah, Pete from the Last Stop.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is Pete from the Last Stop.
His dad.
Coco was the king of fucking with that guy. He'd
Really?
call him up and go, hey, I need you down here on like a Wednesday. And it was like, all right, no problem. All right. And Pete calls me from baggage claim going, do you know where Joey is? You know, and I knew where Joey was. Joey was asleep in his apartment. He's like, fuck it, I'm taking a nap. All right, but Pete's calling me, and he keeps on calling me and leaving messages, and I can hear the background. Houston is at gate. I mean, they're offloading
Yeah,
baggage. Okay, I could hear the, welcome to Houston Intercontinental Airport. I could hear all that shit behind him for like an hour and a half. It was fucking awesome. And then like 2 weeks later, he did the same thing to Slade Ham.
Slade,
You know,
what?
it was the last 2 years of my cocaine usage. It was
you were
really
brutal.
weird because I got these cases of anxiety, which I still get very slightly when I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it
Scary.
was this really weird feeling. I never got it before. And I would get in the car and drive to the airport, and I couldn't breathe. And I'd pull over, and I just fucking couldn't breathe. And then one time I actually was going to it started when I was going somewhere, and I was going the night before, thank God.
Yeah.
And I got to the airport, and I got on the plane, and I don't know what. I wasn't getting on the plane coked up.
Yeah.
I didn't have coke on me. I was just something, and I asked to get off the plane. It was after 9/11. They arrested me. They fucking didn't arrest me. It was charged me, but they didn't handcuff me. They read me my rights.
Yeah.
And they go, usually when you get off a plane, we have to arrest you and take you to L.A. County. I mean, it was fucked up.
Really?
I spent like a whole fucking day. My wife picked me up like 11 o'clock at night. I got there at 7 in the morning. They held me at LAX till fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucked up for getting off a plane. And then I would drive all the way. You know what it is to drive all the way to LAX at 7 in the morning and not get out of your fucking car? And
Oh yeah, man.
I would do that. I did that 3 or 4 times. I did it to Pete. I did it to Slade. And I wouldn't even do blow the night before. It was just this thing. I couldn't get on a plane. And then I realized I had a problem because I went to Bob Hope and they gave me anxiety pills. They're like, these are the best ones we could give you.
Yeah.
And I did them, and I was feeling even fucking worse. And I would go,
Really?
maybe if I do them with blow, they'll work. And I would do blow, eat like 3 of those pills, and nothing would happen. I'd still
Sandbag yourself.
So I gave one to Sergio Love one night.
And that motherfucker's been trying to get high on baby aspirin for
That
15 years.
motherfucker is crazy.
Who's Sergio
Sergio
Love?
Love is this black comic from the Comedy Store.
Oh, still does rap bits.
Still
Yeah.
slings dick on white chicks. He always gives a white girl
Yeah,
a
where the
credit
white
app.
women at?
He loves white women. He'll give you a credit app, too. He'll run a credit app on your ass. He would leave the coke in his garage on his motorcycle. And I call him up and say, where is it? And he goes, it's in. So he'd leave. He'd have a motorcycle with a little bag on the side.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take the coke and leave $50, and I never leave the 50. He'd call me the next day. Where's my $50? Bitch, I left it there. One night, I get all coked up. I get paranoid. I go over there, and I go into his garage. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm about to stick my hand in the thing, and I hear, Joey? And it's a chick, a white chick that's stalking him. I swear, this is crazy. This is
Yeah?
shit that can only happen to me. Like, I'm going to steal his coke, and my heart's beating as it is, and all of a sudden, I hear, Joey? And it's a girl stalking Sergio that's in his garage. And she goes, have you spoken to Serge? Then how do you know the coke was there? I can't get a hold of him. He won't answer the door. And I'm like, oh, my God, he's upstairs. This is horrible. But I gave him 3 of those antidepressants /
Yeah.
I didn't hear from him. And this kid would eat 20 fucking Valiums a night. I
Yeah.
didn't hear from him for 3-4 nights. And finally one day he called me. He's like, man, them fucking pills were fucked up. This is a guy that ate everything.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
guy did every pill, every drug. And he was telling me how fucked up those anxiety pills were. And that's when I stopped. I started going to acupuncture. And I got rid of all the anxiety.
Really? Acupuncture did it?
Yeah.
Someone was just telling me that dog Xanax is the shit. That dog Xanax is like, it's like, because dogs' metabolism. Who the fuck was this? I'm sure this is probably I'm sure it's someone who probably had a problem with it and didn't want to share it. Now I'm ratting them out.
No, in 85, I had a German Shepherd in Aspen. And he had grown so fast. He had grown so fast that his front leg bones grew out of the sockets.
Yeah.
The sockets were too small. It was the weirdest thing. So I took him to Fort Collins, which is a big veterinary college up in Colorado.
Yeah.
And they gave me these motherfucking pills that this motherfucker would drool. The drool would bounce out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he'd just drop over. So one night I was all coked up. This one bazookas were banging. You know what a bazooka is?
No.
Bazooka is you take a little 3 fingers of water and you put a gram of Coke in a coffee cup and a tenth of baking soda and you put that motherfucker in the microwave oven. When that motherfucker says bing, you go in there. It's like Mama's cookies. That's ready to rock. You take a sock, you pour that Coke in it, and it's hard Coke already.
Yeah.
It's not freebase and it's not crack, but it would smoke with a joint. The Colombians would take nicotine out and put it in their cigarettes and pack the nicotine back in. So you take a fucking joint of reefer,
Yeah.
and you fucking sprinkle the Coke rocks in and you roll, and you get a lighter and melt the Coke into the joint and bang that motherfucker like a soldier. This was big in the mid-'80s. This is like when this was huge.
Fuck up.
People were
Wow,
smoking
cocaine and weed.
and weed. People were saying they were calling them
It's like super space.
and you had to cook them. I had a friend, Rago, that would come to your house with a microwave. Because he said, you know how many times I go to people's house and I got a microwave? I want no problem. This motherfucker would knock me out with a microwave oven.
Can you imagine?
God
Motherfucker
bless.
got a big ass microwave like
I'm
this.
fucking
Just walking in.
kidding
Hey, how are you?
You think I'm fucking
I don't think you're kidding me. That's the thing. I've seen all your stories. I've been in North
I
Bergen.
seen him walking on Kelly Boulevard with a microwave at 4 in the morning. What's up, dog? Frank, what's up the microwave? I don't want no problems. Sometimes you go to people's houses, they ain't got a microwave. I ain't got that type of time. I mean, it was crazy.
So funny.
So one day I'm in Aspen, Colorado. I'm growing weed in a thing. You know, like when you grow weed in a pipe, and after a while it gets big. Like you have to grow weed.
Yeah.
So I ran out of weed, and I ran out of rolling papers. And I had this bong that was like fiberglass bong.
Yeah.
And I started cooking the fucking swamis, whatever, the bazookas. And I had no weed, so I started taking the pot plant apart. It wasn't a hut hidden upside down. Like people like hang it upside down for like a week or something
To dry it out.
That motherfucker down for 2 minutes. I cut the things and stuffed it in the pipe, and I put the freebase in the pipe, the bazooka, and I just started smoking that bazooka all fucking night. I'll never forget. The next morning I woke up, the pipe had gone down. Like, listen, fucking the devil could smoke that pipe. the pipe melted. But it went down like one of the 9/11 towers.
Yeah.
It went down straight down. Like the bong was this big. It melted to this big. Like it just went down like a 9/11 tower. I'll never forget that. I don't know what the basis of the story was. But
That's awesome.
fucking went down like one of those towers. It was this big in the morning.
Wow.
My girlfriend at the time woke up. She goes, "What happened to the bong?" I have no idea.
Man,
Somebody was smoking bazooka.
I'm gonna get one for the party on Sunday.
All right,
Party
man.
on Sunday is gonna be awesome, guys.
I'm gonna go Sunday.
Sunday,
I thought it was Saturday.
Sunday,
Oh, George's party's Saturday.
great.
I'm gonna come Sunday. Yeah. I thought
We
it
should
was.
go to George's party on Saturday.
It's
Where
a
is it?
9-year-old little girl birthday party. She's got like 4 friends, and they're
Oh,
riding
really?
horses all day.
April would love to go to shit like that.
It's an age limit. Isla
Okay.
can't ride them. You gotta be. I think
is
you
it?
gotta be like 10 or 9.
Where?
So, I don't know. I didn't fucking plan any of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I literally Leanne.
Perfect. So you've got all Sunday.
I got all
go
Sunday. I'm off all Sunday.
Great.
I love those kids' parties at your house.
Oh man,
It's the
this
fucking
party's
best.
gonna be epic. We've got this great Mexican spot from the hood that's doing all the catering.
Corey and Chad coming.
Yes.
I love Corey and Chad.
They're awesome.
Every time I see them, it's like, some people will give you an ear beating about not doing their show. Not Corey and Chad. They're always like, man, we still want you to come out. Like, it's been 3 years I have not done their show yet. And I just, it's like I'm never in town.
It's a blast, man.
It's a far drive, and it's like
Yeah.
and so I never end up. But they don't give a shit. They're always like, but whenever you're up for it, man, we really want you. And I fucking
They're
like
cool
those guys.
dudes, man. They're really cool.
Ontario is a fucking far drive.
It's a fucking haul,
It's a
man.
When you do a week in Ontario, you're doubting yourself.
Man,
Sinai.
You're
like,
almost you're like
What
you're like literally a little bit further, and you're in Vegas. That's
Yeah.
that's what I feel like when I go to
Even
Ontario.
Yeah, because it
210.
takes so long to get out there. It takes like 2 hours to get out there, and then from there you're 2 hours to Vegas. So you're absolutely right.
I used to do Ontario back when it wasn't quite as hood as it is now.
It's
Or maybe was it always hood?
a little bit. That Mills Mall is a little hoodie.
I worked with Ken Young.
Ken Young. I know that name. Who's that?
Don't tell him.
Ken Young. I don't know.
He's in a movie called The Hangover.
Oh, Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Ken Young.
Yeah, Ken Young. That's how you say it in Korean.
No, you don't. It's
They don't.
Ken Jeong.
They don't say Jung. They say Young.
do.
Dude,
Jung.
I made the biggest mistake one time, and I've always wanted to apologize. You ever say something on accident, and then you just kind of like wish you had said it right? Like I saw Dr. Ken. I was with Terrell Owens, randomly.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens. We were shooting something for Comedy Central, and Dr. Ken walks up, and I see him, and he's always been the sweetest guy and like
Always.
nicest fucking guy in the world.
Don't you want to eat half of this?
Sure.
There's
Yeah.
a deck of those. There's a 4-string too.
Okay, let's do that, son.
Fucking kill you. This is-
That's all. I can't. I think I'll pass, gentlemen.
What's your story? You're not doing nothing now?
No, I'm just drinking beers.
He's straight and sober though. He's clean and sober.
Oh, yeah.
The so
Star Trek.
He
So-
should do weed.
I probably should.
You don't smoke weed no more? How's my man Adam Richmond, dog? How's he doing?
He's doing good. He's got a show out here. He's at NBC. We should go over to the set. He's doing Food Wars. Go over and eat one night. Food,
Wars.
not Food Wars. Fucking, it's a big NBC show. Fuck, I forgot the name. But yeah, he's partying with like Simon Rex and all those guys every night. He's loving LA. I wouldn't be shocked if he moved out here.
Nah, he's too much of a New Yorker.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got that Brooklyn. Yeah, he's living out here, man. We should all go out to dinner some night. We did a podcast with Adam Richmond. Joey and Adam hit it off like fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows his food. I mean, he ain't no. You know,
Pull the mic closer to you, Joey.
some people on TV don't know Dick. This motherfucker.
Right.
He knew his spots to the millimeter.
Wow.
Like, he knew his spots. Like, you could tell him, there's a place in Columbus which has this, but on the other side of town, over by
Right.
Rock Street, you're sitting there going, wow, this
Yeah.
guy really knows his fucking shit.
Yeah, he really does. He's like both of you guys have that same vibe though. It's like you remember shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember a fucking thing. I couldn't tell you the name of what I had for lunch, and I tweeted it. I still don't know how to say it. BB Mop or some shit.
Oh, doso bibimbap.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's a Korean food.
Yeah,
It's really good.
For lunch?
It was so good, man. With
Fuck
fucking
yeah, it is.
fried egg on it. Oh,
Yeah, they put the fried.
so
Did you have the
fucking
hot
good.
pot?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's a doso.
I have no idea.
It's
It's Doso. Look at Ralphie.
doso. It's it's like a big stone bowl they heat it in?
Yeah. I
You
had that. Yeah.
That's doso bibimbap.
It was so fucking
And
good,
what
Joey.
kind of meat did you have? Pork or
Pork,
beef?
yeah. Short rib.
Oh, nice.
And it's fucking. I'm
And the
obsessed with
sauce
Asian
and the
food right now.
vegetables and
Yeah.
the egg, and you mix it all up, and the egg yolk
So
gets
fucking
in there.
good. You ever go to Take a Bow over on Ventura? It's
I
so
love
fucking
those.
good.
You know those
So
Chinese
good.
bao, the muffin? They stuff it with everything. You know that dumpling, that rice, the real white one, the soft one.
Yeah.
And they put all this different stuff in there, meat and vegetables and shit. It's fucking amazing. And it's like $2. You just order a bunch of them.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, right.
What
I was pissed today. I went for sushi today. They fucked up my order, and I got up and left.
Man, I was just in Baltimore, BWI.
Oh.
They have a great sushi spot out there by Gate 11. I'm telling you, man, those guys, I had albacore, 3 orders, 2 orders of unagi, sashimi, and all this was sashimi, and then tuna and tuna belly, toro. I had all that and a couple of rolls. It was terrific, man. Like $40
in Baltimore Airport?
in Baltimore Airport, and it was great. Big pieces, fresh. It was so good, man. It was just like, this is the perfect way to fly. I mean, that's the perfect food to fly on. It's not
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
It's good. It's clean. You feel like a human.
Yeah.
It makes you drink a ton of water. I get that red sriracha sauce, so I get a nice heat to me.
Oh, I fucking
I
love
fucking love
sriracha.
that, man. It's the
Sriracha,
best.
man. If you had introduced me to sriracha before Tabasco, I don't know, but I ever would have fucked with Tabasco.
I don't like Tabasco anymore. It's too vinegary.
I'm a crystal motherfucker anyway.
Oh yeah,
Crystal. You
Me
can't-
too.
I went to a Cuban joint there. They gave me Churrasco. I looked at them.
Joey.
Crystal's the shit.
How good was that? Was that gumbo in Austin across the street from the hotel?
Oh, every fucking day.
Every fucking
Papa
day.
John's.
Oh, stop. Papa
Every
Do's.
day.
Watch out, Jack.
I would get
day.
the one with sausage and seafood in it,
yeah.
and they put a raw clam and let it
that
cook in there
Yeah.
while they walk it to you, and you get it,
Yeah,
and you
it's
eat it,
so
and
fresh.
it just my
Explodes in
god!
flavor.
And the fucking chopped seafood salad from Papa Do's.
Let me tell you what,
Dude.
though, guys.
Nobody goes to Papa Do's to get a chopped seafood salad.
No, but it's fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
It's fucking amazing.
Their
Yeah,
Greek salad's the shit,
The
too.
Greek salad, bro.
That's legendary.
I had a piece of fish one night. I just said, let me get a piece of fish, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
Somebody
right?
Got one. It was amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah, I got some. I got redfish, black and redfish with the mashed potatoes, like a doctor. It's the shit's the greatest. And put the opalasa sauce on it. It's like blackened crab and oysters and shrimp, and
Yeah.
there's mushrooms in there and some little bit of onion and stuff like that. Like a brown sauce goes on top of it. Woo, woo.
I can't.
I like oh, by the way, guys, I got barbecue sauce coming. Ralphie May's Fat Baby Jesus barbecue sauce.
Fat Baby Jesus barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I've got Fat Baby Jesus, which is a black baby, okay, on the label. All right, and then I've got a hot and spicy one, which is called Superstar Giner, okay, after pussy meat. All right, and then I have a hot with teriyaki.
Is this the same barbecue
barbecue
sauce that I
sauces?
had in my fridge?
Yeah.
It's fucking barbecue sauce
And
is
I've
good
got-
as
I made
shit.
my teriyaki barbecue
This barbecue sauce is good as shit.
Do you
Yeah.
believe that we live in Los Angeles, California?
Oh, I made and that one's called Lucy Roo, by the way. The teriyaki for Lucy Lou. I call it Lucy Roo. Fuck 'em.
Lucy Roo, how bad is it that right now we couldn't get Papa Do's quality food in Los Angeles right now? How sad is that? Papa Do's isn't Dan Tanner's.
No.
It isn't the Palm.
No.
It's a medium place.
Right.
And that is, you think you're eating at the Palms. The shrimp,
Yeah.
the jumbo
Yeah.
shrimp in there, you think you're at
It's
the fucking
terrific,
Palms.
but they take they know who they're catering to, and they do the price point and do it so good and affordable. I mean, you know, their servers there make like $150,000 a year.
Really? Papa Do's?
Yeah, man.
They're always busy.
Always.
Oh, they are
busy.
busy.
Jack.
They're always
Always busy.
And that is yeah.
You got to remember, they're in Texas where they tip big.
Tip big.
They tip.
Everybody
Really?
in Texas is doing good right now.
And everybody that they go into, the people that go to that Papa Do's, next time you go there on Saturday, listen.
Look.
Listen to who's. Hi, Joe. Hi, Tina. Oh, my God. Great
Yeah, I
to see
did
you.
see a bunch
You know,
of- yeah.
Last week I had the tuna. This week I'm going to get the salmon.
Yeah.
You see it. This is their life. They go every fucking
Yeah, they
Saturday.
go every week,
Friday
and they
for
know
lunch.
everybody there.
The fucking cocktails there. I don't drink. That's
The
a
cocktails are
tremendous
amazing.
bar. That's a
Oh, that
tremendous
bar
Oh,
on Saturday
That's
night.
a tremendous
The
bar, guys.
greatest New Year's Day I ever had was in Beaumont, Texas. After I did the club there the weekend, all right. And Lana and I were just starting to date, and Stacy and Jody and Lana all went to Papa Do's, and we had fucking Bloody Marys for 4 hours.
Fucking
all right?
banana pudding, the alligator.
Banana pudding in the mason jar. All right,
In the
but they
mason
had
jar.
we had alligator. We had 8 or a dozen oysters. Okay, we all ate like doctors and drank all day long. It was the greatest day.
Man, when you find something good, I just said to my wife, I said to Leanne, I was like, you know what I wouldn't mind doing? Like getting like you can move that if you move that back. Okay. I was like, I wouldn't mind like once a Thursday night, like once when I'm in town, like on a Wednesday night or Tuesday night, going out and exploring different cuisines. Like
Yeah.
Burmese food, you know? Like just food that I've never had. I've never had Ethiopian food.
Yeah.
I know that people love it and you can
It's
eat
an
it with your
empty
hands.
plate.
Is it? Is it? They come in and they
They're
just
starving.
apologize.
They're starving.
Sorry.
Sorry,
But like I don't fuck
Flies
around.
are free.
I don't really fuck around with too many different
Right.
ethnicities foods. We had pho for the first time, Leanne and I together,
Mm-hmm.
and she was panicked. She was like, this is stupid. I don't know what anything is on the menu. It's like a bunch of different beefs and then like one chicken. You know what? Let's just leave. Let's just go. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I go, look, I don't have a problem like looking foolish. So I go, I'll bring the guy over and I'll just ask him.
Yeah.
Brought the guy over, got nice as shit, and he was like, oh yeah, first time, and then I hate to do the Asian accent, but you know, and then he tells her what to order. She ate it. He came over, taught her how to make it. She loved it, and I was like, how cool, man! You experienced some new shit.
Yeah. It's the best, man. Have you ever gone on like Sunday down to Chinatown for that dim sum buffet?
No,
Dude, it's fucking great. Take the kids down there. They'll love it. There's like fish tanks with live fish. The people, they take those fish and fucking gut them up and fry them, a whole fish if you want a whole fish.
Segura does that shit. Segura is really into like different cuisines and different places to eat. He is a little bit of a foodie, you know, like he loves that shit. We went to go to dinner one night. Me, him.
I never hang out with that guy. Is he cool?
He's
a cool
fucking
motherfucker.
awesome.
I need to hang out with him more.
Motherfucker.
He's a real
He's a real
dude.
cool one. He's
I need to
funny
hang
as
out
shit.
with him.
I
I need to invite them to my party.
You should, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that's like, it's like you almost think he doesn't like you because he's so real. Like, and I break his balls a lot.
See, I
all
didn't
the time.
think I've met him a couple times and I didn't think he liked me.
No, he just isn't one of those guys. He's a lot like you're like me. Joey's like Segura. Like Joey is Joey and Segura are similar in that they are
Wary of people?
They're wary of people, but they're just real people. And so they're not going to go over the top. They're not going to fucking make you feel like they want to suck your dick. They're just going to hang out and they're going to get to know you. And if they like you, they'll make jokes that you'll have real conversations.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
good dude.
He's
He
great.
Makes me laugh. Him and his wife make me laugh.
Yeah. Well, I want to invite them
I
to
can't
our
believe
party.
you don't hang out with him.
I've never really known him.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
one of
know
the.
him. I don't know anybody. These guys.
I don't know anyone anymore, and I feel like
I know, man. I'm an old dude, man. This is my 25th year of comedy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm
Weird.
only on. You've been doing it 10 years longer than me.
Yeah.
This will be my 15th. What about
Wow.
you? What
You've
about
had a
you,
lot
Joey?
of success in 15 years.
I'm super talented.
I think so.
No, no, I'm just fucking lucky. I think I'm lucky. And here's the other thing. The one thing I say, like people go, "Well, give me some advice." My only advice is I've never said no to anything. I just have said yes to everything and allowed whatever opportunity to unfold. And it's like even featuring. A lot of people like go, "Oh yeah, you get hook up with a dude and they pay your way." I was never with anyone that paid my way. Like
Yeah,
I
right.
always had to pay for my flight,
Yeah,
my hotel,
right.
my fucking and I went out of pocket. I made a lot of money really early in this business, and I went out of pocket and to learn the business.
Yeah.
And I just said yes. If someone said they had a date, I'd go and I'd fucking do that date. I remember flying into cities that I didn't even have dates at, and they're like, "If you're there, we'll get you up." And I was like, "All right." And then I fucking did that. I did that for so long, and then all of a sudden, it was like headlining seemed like, oh, I'm making money. I wasn't making any money, making like $1,500
Right.
a weekend, but I was like, oh, it's better than being out of pocket $700.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's the way I've always looked at it. I just never said no to anything. Have you ever turned down something that you regret? Mm-hmm. What? I'm dying to know what I bet you turned down so much shit.
Just stupid shit.
Really?
It's fucking weird the last couple of years. People can't. And now, like since I've been doing a podcast, I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do shit. Like, I turned down an audition tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I'm just not going. I
Really?
don't wanna I don't want to do shit, no.
I wish I'd turned down more auditions.
Now I think things out, and I see it
I
for
turn
what it
down
is.
meetings. If
Yeah,
it's
I
not,
turn down meetings.
fuck
Sometimes
that.
Fuck, I love general meetings.
No,
I
no more.
love
I used to love them. Not
fucking
anymore.
good general
Now
meeting.
it's just a pain in my ass.
That's a pain in my ass. You want to meet me at 11? Let's do it. 4:30 to talk about what?
4:30.
Hey, talk about
Yeah,
what?
you're right. A 4:30
Like,
meeting
fucking
sucks dick.
You know,
No
it's a
shit.
thing.
Everybody's
And
ready to go
and
home.
They're all at 4:30.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
really weird how, in the last 3 years, I just turned down something on TBS, 4 episodes, some hidden show with No. It's 2013.
Yeah.
It's not going to change my life. Where do I have to? First questions now when you call me is where's the shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to give you 4. Where's the shoot?
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Where's the shoot?
Where's the shoot? Let's go there first. Where's the shoot? Is it after? How many days? Oh, no.
Right. Is it
I already
SAG?
see the move. I already see it. In fact, the people called me. They offered it to me on a Friday. I thought they were really cute. Like, they offered it to me on a Friday, and I did the right thing on the phone. I said, let me just go home and look at my calendar and double check. And I called one of the producers that had called me first.
Yeah.
And I go, I just got the call. I'm really excited. I'm going to go home and look at my calendar. So what's it entail? He goes, we're going to shoot in, like, in between San Diego, like 20 minutes from San Diego on Monday morning. That means I got to leave the house at
Pasadena.
3 in the morning.
Go fuck yourself.
And I seen what the money was, which wasn't bad, but I already had my Monday planned out. I had my daughter for 3 hours, and Mom, I'm going to take her for a walk, going to go eat breakfast with her. You know what? For me to go down there to do a set with some fucking dude, I don't know. What's the guy from the hospital show? That's who the host is.
Zach Brand?
No, the black kid.
Oh,
show.
Donald Faison.
Donald Faison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know him.
He was in.
I know
He's
what
in
he looks
Scrubs.
like,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
but he's on Scrubs. But
Yeah,
is he funny?
Oh,
Yeah, probably for that
sure.
realm. For that realm. And it's funny that I thought about it.
That realm.
For that realm, yeah.
What
it's
realm
for
is that?
Hey, listen, man.
King
it's
Arthur's
like,
hey,
realm?
welcome back.
Yeah, right?
You know who Vinny Curto is?
No.
You know who Vinny Curto is?
No.
He's a boxer that won the WBC championship at 44. He came here and he wrote a fucking script and sold it to Marky Wahlberg.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yep. Yeah.
Mark, let me tell you what I do to Vinny Curto. I walk into an audition, I'll see Vinny Curto. I go, Vinny, what are you doing here? I go, what?
Oh, I heard this story. Keep going.
I go, Vinny, De Niro's casting a movie called Boxing Is, I'll just make up a story.
Yeah.
And he'll go, let me go get a pen. Who's casting it? And I go, Ralphie May. I heard that name, but I never read from it before. He'll come back and go, what's the name of the movie? I go, the Joe Rogan story. Go, who's casting it? Burt Kreischer. I know that name. And he'll write it down, but he'll put it in a briefcase. 10 minutes later, he'll come back to me at the audition and go, Joey, what's the name of that movie?
Yeah.
Fucking Spicks Flying Through Windows. That's a good movie. Who's directing it? Adam Sandler. I know that name.
I know that name.
Then I get home an hour later. And I'll get the phone. And he'll call again. Joey,
Oh, God.
who do I have to call for this movie? I mean, I'm a torture chamber. But let me tell you about something about Vinny Curto. He said to me one day. I didn't even know this. We were sitting one day talking. And I said something about a TV actor. I go, I think that guy's funny. In the middle of his fucking, whatever he hears in his head, bing, or,
Yeah.
hit him in the head, or whatever.
Yeah, bing. Back to your corner.
He goes, Joey, that guy ain't got nothing on you. In his life, there's a word you've never heard, and that's cut and action. I go, you're fucking right. He goes, when you're up there on that stage doing your thing, there ain't no cut, let's do it again. There ain't
Yeah.
no action. There ain't no editor running in at 12 o'clock at night to make you look pretty.
Yeah.
You're what you are. And I thought about it. I'm like, look at this guy like goof on.
Yeah.
Like goof on that ain't that fucking sharp telling me this.
Yeah.
So there's a TV realm.
Yeah.
There's people. How many times have you gone to a set and the guy says the joke 8 times and everybody laughs the same way 8
Right.
times?
Yeah.
Come on. Knock it off. Then when the show ends, that guy's trying to get to stand up. You see those guys?
God.
And now because somebody lied to him on the set, that's good luck. That's for the spirits.
Yeah.
That's a good one right there. We're right here in the corner.
Yeah, right.
And that's what happens. It's a different realm. That's the realm I'm talking. I'm not putting anybody down in case somebody listens to this and they go, Joe, who the fuck are you? I'm talking about two different realms.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what me, Ralphie Burn, Bray Kreischer do. We put years in, 15, 21, 25. When we go on stage, it's a one-shot deal.
Yeah.
When you shoot a Comedy Central special, either one of you, I've never had that opportunity. If your best joke that works in 50 states doesn't work that night, you don't stop the camera.
No.
And go, let me explain this joke to you. I got this joke one night when I was thinking about God. No, you said it, it died.
Yeah.
But if it's TV, they'll cut it. And they go, do it again.
Take it one more time.
And then they'll look at the ADs. And the ADs, You know, next thing you know, you're at the back of the Improv now.
God.
Shut the fuck up. Don't fake laugh.
Yeah.
And then they go into the real world and find out. There was a girl, do you remember Gavin used to hang out with a girl that was doing a fucking public access show in New Orleans? I'll never forget this girl. Because this is one of many Hollywood disgusto stories that nobody knows about. She was doing a public access show on a TV station in New Orleans. You know the girl?
Yeah.
And Dave Becky or somebody saw her.
Yeah.
Called the public access station, some big manager, got her name and number, brought her up the next week, got her a deal for $250,000.
Shut
sight
up.
unseen.
Swear to God.
And then got her an audition for Saturday Night Live, which she didn't want to do because she wanted to be on Mad TV first. Mad TV did not take her. She wasn't good enough for Mad TV. But a new show came along. The Cedric the Entertainer had a show on Fox.
Yeah.
The executive producer was Louis C.K. Nobody remembers that shit.
Yeah.
How do I know?
Really?
Louis hired me for the show.
Yeah.
They got picked up for 6 episodes. By the 3rd episode, this girl was calling herself the Queen. On her door, it was a queen in her castle. When you went into her dressing room, she actually was that big in her head that she designed it like a queen, a princess. And she had a thing by her dressing room that said the princess. And she thought in her mind, because she was doing the fucking CW, whatever, whatever his name is, he's a great guy, whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She thought that this was the greatest show in her life. Well, the 6 episodes of that show ended, and that bitch today's a photographer.
Really?
Photographer. And she's married. She's fatter than fucking I am. And she's a fucking photographer, okay? But, you know, when she came here and I watched this girl, and you see guys like us that really work hard.
Yeah.
And we don't get nothing for $250,000. They
Yeah.
gave this girl $250,000. She hadn't even done a fucking open mic. In her
Shit,
life.
that was that used to happen. I mean, that guy Chicken.
All the time.
Chicken was the dude.
Man.
I remember I heard someone telling the other day he's the guy that killed development deals
He did.
because he got a $500,000 development deal.
No, it was more than that.
Really?
750.
He tied Mitch
Mitch
Hedberg.
Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg was $750.
Hedberg had a $750,000
Yeah.
development
Hedberg
deal.
pulled
That's
one
it.
out of Montreal.
That was with a bag of heroin. They gave him $750, and then the guy dropped a little bag
two
of
dirty
heroin on the
needles.
floor and walked out the room.
Yeah.
Fucking 50.
Listen,
There's
bro,
something else in there to drink. Let's just.
for all you,
Sure, I'll take one.
let me get 2 of them. For all you comedians who think you're bad and shit like that, Mitch Hedberg.
Here, I got one inside.
Mitch Hedberg did.
See if you got a regular soda.
Mitch Hedberg did a fucking. For a lot of people who don't know, Ralphie remembers this shit because we're both here.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Mitch Hedberg went to motherfucking Montreal and came back.
Broke.
And they shut the Improv on a Monday and Tuesday
Yeah, they did.
to showcase him. Monday night was writers, and Tuesday and Wednesdays was showrunners
Producers and
executive
showrunners.
producers.
Yeah. And packed with people. And Mitch couldn't talk to any of us. He had bad anxiety that night because he had to talk to all these fucking assholes.
How's that for you? They closed the motherfucking Improv. I remember that shit.
Fuck yeah,
And they
man.
asked if he was the next Seinfeld. Remember Time Magazine?
Yeah.
You don't remember this? This is so you can spread this fucking story. A lot of people don't remember this.
Yeah.
When Mitch Hedberg destroyed Montreal,
Destroyed
and
it.
he came back, like let's say they came back on a Sunday, that Monday and Tuesday they shut the Improv down. Shut it down! What? Because they did 2 nights of showcasing for Mitch
Yeah.
Hedberg. Monday
Did
night
an
was
hour or
writers,
something each
and
night.
Tuesday night was executive producers and
Mm-hmm.
showrunners. That's a true story. 2 nights they shut. They don't even shut the fucking. They used to shoot the Laugh Factory for CAA.
Yeah.
When they did their showcase to the public.
Yeah.
This was shut to the public. Just writers, sold out, line outside of writers.
Yeah.
And Tuesday night showrunners and fucking executive producers.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, man. It was the
Serious
craziest shit you
That
ever
was
seen, man.
craziest shit you ever seen.
And
He came back
Mitch
from
was
Montreal.
so.
you were dead. Everybody was dead. They didn't.
Yeah.
Everybody was in the Mitch Hedberg business.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Everybody.
I had one set. When I was young. I was a young comic, and I did a ICM showcase. It was me. Do you remember Reno Collier?
Fuck yeah.
Reno Collier, Nick Swardson, Dane Cook, Earthquake,
Yeah.
Scott Henry.
Whoa, Scott Henry.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
And
Is he still doing comedy?
yeah, he's got a podcast with someone. I just ran into him. I ran into him at the Dallas airport the other day. Not the other day, a year ago. But so I go up and it was when I was my first showcase, and I was just excited to be on it. And we're all upstairs. ICM has the whole place. It's all, exaction.
Yeah.
And upstairs, everyone's jockeying for the lineup, and no one wanted to follow Earthquake. No one wanted to follow Earthquake.
Really?
Yep. Scott Henry went first. Earthquake went second, and I was supposed to go fourth. And whoever it was, I won't say his name. Whoever it was like, "Fuck, I've been doing this longer than Bird. I have a better shot at getting a deal. Put Bird after Earthquake. He's brand new to the business." So I went up after Earthquake. I'd had a deal with Will Smith the year before. I came in.
No shit.
And yeah.
How did you get these deals?
Just fucking right place at the right time. And that Rolling Stone article was written about me. It was like I had a little bit of a backstory going into it. So and I was okay at stand up, not great, but okay. And so Earthquake goes on, and the room was still kind of mediocre.
It was the Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory.
He leveled it.
Leveled it.
Yeah.
Leveled it. That's the night he talked about that he set a bomb in his house or something. He put a bomb in his porch. Black people.
I don't know.
Black people can't be terrorists.
I don't remember. I don't remember
with a bomb.
I don't remember watching his set because it was before I realized because
Years ago.
yeah
At the Laugh Factory.
probably 10 years ago yeah.
Yeah.
Destroyed it,
And so he goes up. I mean, I guess he has a good set. I don't fucking remember. I went up and lit the room on fucking fire. It's the only time in my career. It is the highlight of my career. I remember that day like it was anything because I remember when I said Kathy Griffin was hosting. Scott Henry went first. Earthquake went second. I went third. And Kathy Griffin gets on stage and grabs me and goes, "That was just a dream set. You changed your life." And I was like, "Really?" And and as I'm walking off stage, I see everyone getting up, walking to the bathrooms where you were going to go. And I walked over, and Barry Katz grabbed me, and he walked me into the hallway. And he's like, he's not talking to anyone right now. And I was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Papa, you're going to make so much fucking money. Everyone wants to work." And people were trying to talk to me about, "Hey, I got a show idea. And I was like, and he shepherded me off to the side, put me in a car, and he was like, "Get out of here." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Don't talk to a fucking soul." The next day, I'll never forget this. I had more meetings. I was supposed to go to Scotland with Patrice. I had more meetings that day than I've ever had in this business. I mean, like, in 15-minute increments, we were driving around town, like, everywhere. And it was like one of those days where you're like, "Oh, shit." And I got a deal from it. And it was like, but no, nothing happened of it. Nothing. That's the way that business worked back then, is like, you had one hot set and everyone fucking jumped to be on your team. But you didn't have any talent. Like, I didn't have any talent. I got a TV show out of it. I got the X show. I did that for a year and a half or a year. But, like, I didn't know how to fucking host a show. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't even know how to do stand-up. I could barely do 7 minutes. I could do 7 minutes. I was like Chris Tucker. I could do 7 minutes with a Michael Jackson impression at the end. And but yeah, got a deal and then got a TV show. And
That's crazy.
yeah, everything was like that. When I got my deal with Will Smith, I did one set random that his dude was in the audience and saw and was like, "I think Will would like you." And I was like, "Great." He's like, "Meet him." So we met and we hung out. We had a good time. And he liked me. And then I'll never forget, Barry was like, he wants to see you do stand-up one more time. And I was like, "Motherfucker, I don't know if I can make that happen again." Because it was like I had a great set that one night.
Right.
But with the pressure on, I was like, "I don't know if I can do it again." And I
What
went
do you
on.
think of Barry? He's not your manager now, right?
No. I love Barry. I think Barry's great. I have no problems with Barry.
Yeah.
I did listen to a podcast where he kind of talked shit about me. And I was like, "Fuck, Barry."
He does a podcast, Barry?
No, he did this other dude's podcast, and their agenda was to talk shit about me. I was like, whatever. Like, it comes with the territory.
He's still out managing people, yeah.
Yeah.
He came to Vegas to my taping and stayed the whole thing. Saw me and Lana.
I'm gonna tell you what. Here's my 2 cents about Barry. Despite whatever he said about me, that you could take either way. It's the entertainment business. Everything fucking comes off, goes on in one ear, out the other, rolled off my back. Like, I don't care. I think he can make magic happen for people. I think if he's interested in you and he gets a passion about you, I think he can make magic happen. I think him getting fired from New Wave was the best thing that ever happened for anyone that works with him, because I think he's hungry again. And I told him at one point, I was like, the hungry Barry is the guy I want to be with. The guy that's making the millions off of Dane and whoever else his clients are that are big at the time. I was like, the cruising Barry was exhausting because he just didn't have a time for you. He wanted to call
Right.
it. Yeah. But this hungry Barry, where he's starting his own company and he's 55 and he's trying to prove himself again. And
I heard he's going through a divorce.
going through his divorce. His wife's writing about it on Facebook.
What?
She's blogging about the divorce on Facebook. So, like, yeah. I mean, it's
He
like
got left. Is he still around?
he's got
I saw
some
the
people.
guy that-
He's the
Broke
executive
guy.
producer of the Two Broke Girls.
Yeah, but
Is that a figurehead or is it just
no, he got fired. He's not showing up on set. I'll tell you that. He's not going in and having any fucking.
He
That
was
is a
Whitney's manager, but she launched him.
yeah.
Everybody launched him.
He was Whitney's manager, and then she fired him. I don't know why she fired him. Everyone's got reasons for firing him. I only fired him just because I couldn't get him on the phone. And randomly, the day I fired him, he answered. I said, I swear to God, I go, this is how the universe works. I go, if he answers, I'm going to fire him. Second ring. Hey, Papa. I was like, fuck, I got to fire him. So I fucking fired him. I was in an elevator, too. That's how little I thought he'd answer. I was in an elevator. I fired him, and then I lost him, and I was like, I'll call you back. He's a good dude, man. I always like Barry, and I thought he gave great advice, and I thought his insights on the comedian's brain were always fucking astute, and like I
Yeah, right?
I think he knows what he's doing. I think he's really good at helping people shape sets. Like to do a set, his insight is invaluable. He can get you great meetings, and he's always great in a room with you. Like he's really good in a room. But I've also found that, for having said that, there's a lot of people that can do that too. Like it's not like
Who are you
it's
with
like
manager-wise?
Judy.
Because I'm looking for a manager.
Judy.
Oh, no, I'm in no danger.
You don't like Judy?
Dude, years ago, she told me I was too fat to do aspirin. I got a standing ovation. She told me I was too fat to do aspirin. I'm too fat to do TV.
What
And
No.
now I've got 5 specials, or 6
Yeah.
now. Okay, I just recorded 6, so, I mean, it's like, really?
Yeah.
I must be doing something right.
Barry told me that Patrice would never make it because he needed to get his teeth fixed. And I was like, what?
And that's coming from Barry?
Right.
Holy shit.
I go, Barry. He goes, I don't know why anyone would want to look at him on TV. His teeth look horrible. He needs to get them fixed if he wants to be successful. If he wants any success in this business, he needs to get his teeth fixed. And he needs to lose his attitude is not healthy. I was like, are you talking about one of the greater comic voices of our time?
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal? The guy that everyone fucking literally talks legions about. And his teeth is what made the fucking man.
Yeah.
You
that
start
gristle
taking
look.
away the things that make the man, the things that make you the guy you are on stage.
Right.
Like a fucked up grill that you've had your whole life and you've never been
Yeah,
able
you
to.
fix it, you shit to bed. You're
Yeah.
done.
It's like it's not that losing weight's one thing, but like I don't want to ever be like ripped and get on stage ripped and be like
I think you'd be awesome ripped.
I'd love
As
to.
much as you take your shirt off.
Hey, I take it off because I'm not ripped. If I was ripped, I'd never take it off.
Funny. What are you doing otherwise, man? I mean, what is this? I love that Trip Flip show, bro. I got to be honest with you. I watch it all the time. I tweet about it.
Thanks, man.
I like the fact that you go and you change their lives. You give them something intangible in the fact that you give them memories, and it's just a wonderful cathartic show to watch. If you want a happy ending in your day, you watch Trip Flip.
It is that positive energy shit, man. I love it. I love
it's
it.
a good thing.
I love it, and it's a fucking fun show. We're shooting another season of that. It should start in like September.
How long do you shoot that for?
Forever.
Oh, really?
Takes fucking forever. Yeah, because you do like one episode takes like 4 or 5 days. 5 days with travel, so you're talking like, and we do 10 out. So like, fly out, shoot, fly to the next city, shoot. But we're gonna change it this year. it's like it sucks because I don't know. Maybe I'm too critical, but like I fight super hard to make sure that the casting of that is genuine. But
Yeah.
even still watching it, it looks a little fucking posed.
Yeah.
And so I said something about that, and they were like, "Well, we can make it so fucking genuine that it is going to be exhausting." And I was like, "Let's try it." So we're going to try a new way of like a more genuine way of casting, like see if that works. But
Yeah.
you know, it's always every show I've ever been has always been a work in progress. You know,
Yeah.
it's a good show.
What
though.
are you
I
doing
like
more
it.
comedy?
I'm on the road, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've had 2 weeks off. It's
What do
fucking,
you? I'm hosting a TV. I mean, it's going to be shot for TV, probably Showtime. Comedian special. It's in the fall, and you'd be one of 4 comics.
I
And
got it.
The money's pretty good.
I've got an offer to do an hour at Showtime.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't have time to shoot it. Like I don't feel like I don't have time
can
to
get it shot
work
for
on the
you.
hour. Like I feel like I don't know. I fucking feel like Joey, when are you gonna do an hour?
September.
Yeah.
Christine Pavinsky can't come to the show. Can't come to the thing on Sunday. She's out of town.
Oh yeah.
We gotta find out where fuck her is.
Christine Pajinski? Buns? He's got to be in town.
So where are you taping in September?
I'm taping a CD in June.
Are you?
CD.
Just
Why?
A CD, just an audio.
Here, pull the mic a little closer.
Audio, and then I'm doing the special in October, right downtown. I'm gonna shoot at Lacey Studios.
Nice. That's awesome.
Are you gonna release it online?
Online.
Fuck yeah.
Not doing nothing with nobody. I didn't want to. Somebody just approached me. 2 people approached me. I said no.
Really?
Yeah, they want all the money. I don't need them. What do I need them for now?
That's what I don't
I
understand.
don't need them. That's
Yeah.
it. It's over. I needed them 10 years ago. They didn't like me. Now they want to call me, and they want to take the first whatever. No. You have no idea what you could do online. And every month you get a check. It's a residual check every fucking month.
Yeah.
Every time you do a podcast, you sell 2,000 of them.
Right.
Why am I going to go and do that? And then these other people contact me to do the jail. No, I don't want to do none of that stuff.
Right.
Go online. I want to do the fucking Jew. What's the Jew from the 60s? Lenny Bruce.
Lenny Bruce.
It's a box. He don't move. It's a
Yeah.
fucking box.
Yeah.
They don't show the audience. They don't. Nobody.
Right.
It's a fucking box. There's no reason. Why are you showing the guy? He ain't even laughing. Why are you showing him?
Yeah.
I know. I want to do that on my next special. On this next special, I would watch all of Richard Pryor's stuff, and you never saw the audience.
No,
And so
this
that's
is a
what
new
I
thing.
did.
There's this new avant-garde director. Well,
Yeah.
for what? I watched
Go
the
fuck
Tom
yourself.
Arnold one the other night.
Oh,
I've never seen
garbage.
something so bad. Because, and it's Machado, what's his name? Montoya and those guys. This is what they did. They laugh tracked it. But the laugh track they got,
fuck.
it was the laughter. So they're laughing, but nobody's doing this.
Yeah.
They're just sitting like fucking, they're at a wake.
Yeah.
Watching Tom Arnold. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, that's not you.
More people have the computer than have Showtime.
Yeah.
For a Showtime special,
Dude.
you're wasting my time. Because more people, when you started in this, everybody in this room had goals. And the goal was an HBO special. Nobody talked about Showtime. Nobody even mentioned
Yeah.
fucking Showtime.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to watch Dexter. Nobody mentioned
Comedy
fucking
Central
Showtime.
wasn't even around then.
Comedy Central wasn't even around.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that the end all be
That
all
was the
HBO.
benchmark for stand-up.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They still want to give Rob Klein specials and Judy Tenuta. Be my fucking guest. It's 2013.
Yeah.
So it's never going to happen. We all know that, yeah, Showtime is great, blah, blah, blah. I've seen some great people do great stand-up on Showtime that nobody really felt.
Patrice O'Neill did his special
I
on
seen-
Showtime, and he said to me, I go, man, congratulations. He goes, it's Showtime. I said, what? And he goes, it's Showtime. And I said, well, yeah, but it's still a fucking great special. He goes, it's not HBO. I said, yeah. And he goes, do you have Showtime? I remember the time I didn't. I go, no. And he goes, exactly.
Comedy Central, you get some life. You're right.
Showtime's definitely stepped
show
up
you
to
at
the
10
bench, and
o'clock.
they're doing a lot more in comedy. And I think HBO's dropped the ball a tad bit.
Yeah, they have. And they're giving dumb money away, man. Robert Klein specials, Kill Yourself. All right, but they've spent a ton of money on those.
Ton of money. That
Yeah.
fucking thing with Colin Quinn, The History of the
Yeah.
World, because Seinfeld directed it.
Right.
It was a great thing, but not enough for HBO.
Yeah.
That was for fucking sci-fi or something. That's not an HBO special. But God forbid, Jerry Seinfeld's attached to it. God forbid.
Yeah.
We can't fucking. That was 20 years ago. Get your fucking clocks fixed.
No shit.
All right, that was 20 fucking years ago.
What What was I just gonna say to you about? Fuck. No, what were you saying about the editing? Oh, I know what I want to tell you. Fucking this afternoon, I come back. I was in monster traffic with the girls. I'm exhausted. I'm stressed. I go and I get in Isla's bed. George is in. Isla's playing. George is in her room. She's watching TV, and I said, "Hey, baby, do me a favor. Can you see? I wanted to see if something's on." She goes, "Daddy, this room doesn't have cable." I go, "What?" Her TV doesn't even have fucking cable. All they do is they go in off the wireless and stream fucking things off Netflix. She has a TV that isn't even attached to cable. I go, that's the future. That's the future. She doesn't look at her TV as like what channel do I watch? She goes, what do I want to watch? Types it in, finds it, and watches it. I was like, fucking.
That's what I think people want to switch to. I think they won't do linear TV. They're not going to wait a week. They want it all fast now.
Yeah.
All right, and I think people like watching it in spurts and chunks. They binge on it, and I think that's the way it is. I think network television maybe got 10 years.
If that.
If
Yeah.
that.
If that. Listen,
Maybe.
you really. Let me tell you something. They talk about this Modern Family fucking show. My
show
wife
stinks.
watches that shit. I watched that a couple weeks ago.
It
If
stinks.
that's the hottest show on television,
Kill yourself.
then we got a fucking problem.
I've never seen it.
I mean, all these shows. They just said that The Sopranos were the best show ever on television. You see
yeah,
that
I
2
heard
days
that. I
ago?
heard that.
And it's because of the writing the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
About a month ago, I got stuck because it's on every. You know, HBO brought The Sopranos back.
Yeah.
It's on at 8 o'clock every night in New York and 5 o'clock here.
Really?
And they keep playing them every fucking day. They start them all over.
Yeah.
And I watched the first 2 seasons religiously because it's some of the best writing TV has ever had.
Yeah.
That episode with Christopher Columbus when they wanted to fight the Indians over torturing Christopher Columbus, the American Indians.
Yeah.
That's brilliant shit.
Yeah.
You know the reason why you'll never see another mob movie again in this country or a mob television show? Because he did it all. That's it. You can't show up with a Vinny or I went to see that Iceman, by the way.
Yeah.
How was it?
Horrific.
No.
Horrific.
Are you serious?
No.
Horrific.
Don't say that.
Horrific. For somebody who knows
Are
the
you
story,
shitting me?
and to sit there and to see them just chop up. Franco's, you know, if you watch the documentary on HBO, he tells a story about one.
Which one? There's like 4 of
Well,
them,
the
right?
first one was the first 2
Yeah.
were really good. After that, he's just got like a Jesus complex. He killed everybody. He was there when they killed Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, he killed the Kennedys. I mean, after a while, he was just killing everybody.
Yeah.
If you read the book, the last 4 chapters, he just became this fucking, you know, in his mind. Oh, I was there when they killed him. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
But he just, and it's funny, he had one great story where he went to the guy's house on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And he killed the guy. And the guy goes, Jesus, no, it's Christmas. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave for an hour. I'm going to lock the door. If Jesus, you pray. If Jesus opens the fucking door, I'll come back. I won't kill you. But if Jesus don't open the door, I'm going to fucking kill you. Comes back an hour later, the door is locked. He comes in, he shoots the guy. He goes home. And the guy goes to him, so what did you feel when you killed the guy and went home for Christmas Day? He goes, well, I was pissed because when I was building my kids' toys, they didn't include all the screws. In the movie, he shot the guy the same way, but he didn't talk about Christmas or going home.
Yeah.
There was just so many things that were inconsistent. Like I grew up with the Prongays. The Prongay was the Mr. Softy character in that.
Yeah.
I grew up with the Sons. And
Really?
I knew people that knew the father. I hit on the mother on a Quaalude. I hit on the mother at Gennaro's in Hoboken after the father died. The father died, and I seen the mother out. I was 17. The mother's fucking banging. She's looking 35. I'm sucking on her neck. She's like, Joey, how many times do you eat cookies at my house? Not at all. I'm over there sucking on her fucking neck. And I knew the kids, and I remember that the football coach one told me that they were scared of the father. After the father died, he had his job was he was Mr. Softy. He sold ice cream. But his real job was he dug holes in the cemetery. What they didn't tell you after they killed him was that he was burying people. Well, let's say he killed Bert Kreischer and somebody died and they were going to bury him. He'd just throw you under the body. So he'd throw you in the hole first, and then in the morning he'd put dirt on you, and then when the family came to bury the real person, the casket would go over you.
Really?
So they're thinking of unleashing, unearthing all
Oh,
those
shut the
caskets that
fuck
were buried
up.
while he was there because bodies are in there. So he worked at a cemetery. So my buddies, his kids, used to get high at his apartment on the cemetery. That was part of the mystique. And one night they went looking and they found a wall that was hidden. They found grenades. They found fucking chemical
Really?
guns, machine guns, bulletproof fucking vests.
Wow.
Yeah, and the acting was sensational. You know who was really good? The chick they caught shoplifting in Beverly Hills.
Oh, Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder was fucking great.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder was fucking great. And the guy was good. The guy from Boardwalk Empire that played him was very good. He's one of the cops on Boardwalk Empire. He played the Iceman. He was
I
very
don't know.
good.
Who else is in that?
James Franco.
Yeah.
There's a couple people.
James Franco's in it.
You know who's in it? The guy from Friends, which is a horrible casting. Guy from Friends, the guy that was in love with
David Spade. I mean, not David Spade, but
David Schwimmer?
David Schwimmer. He plays the Jew. The Jew that was Roy DeMeo's half-son that Roy DeMeo had to kill. He plays the Jew. Arnie Bucco plays the other Italian guy. I forget who
But
plays
is it Ray Liotta, the Iceman?
Ray Liotta, it plays Roy DeMeo. And he's terrible.
Really?
Oh, he's terrible. You know, these movie stars are all fucking with their faces. And they have no idea how creepy it looks. But the beauty of it is in 10 years, if you don't look creepy, they're not going to hire you. Like, everybody's fucking with their faces. Tonight, my wife had on a documentary. She wasn't watching it. Jeopardy had finished, and she switched the channel to wait for something else, and this was on. It was a documentary about women in comedy. And they showed about 4 women, and all of them have been fucking with their face. I think Natasha Leggero's doing it, too.
What?
Definitely the chick from Houston. What's her name? You
Who?
know, the one that thinks she's fucking smarmy and smart and everybody?
Joni Cody.
No.
No. It's got to be a name I know.
Corduroys, and she was from Houston. She's really from Boston. Janine Garofalo.
Jane Garofalo.
You gotta see her.
She's definitely had a little work.
She did something. What's her name?
I think Janine Garofalo is so sexy.
Barnhart.
So
Really?
fucking sexy. I've always
Really?
been so
Yeah, but her
attracted to
pussy's
these
too
people.
smart.
I think it's. I
When
think
you
that
eat a
vagina
pussy,
stink a little bit.
Pussy doesn't have like a stinky
patchouli oil.
pussy. It's got like Bible quotes on it. She's so smart.
When you go to eat the pussy looks back. He goes, no
I
thanks.
just watched an episode of The Sopranos she was on. And she plays an actress on there, and they
Yeah.
wrote for her perfectly. Like, there's a part where it's her killing Sandra Bernhardt, and they cut the scene, and all of a sudden she goes, must the last words she say to me are bitch? I really don't like hearing that word. She's one of those women.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You are a dumb.
I brought her on stage at the Hollywood Improv, and she wouldn't touch me. Like, I went to shake her hand, Janine Garofalo. And she put her hands up like, no thanks. And I went, that's weird. But then I was like, well, I guess I probably was telling a...
Another one. What was the last funny thing she said?
But
I'll give you whatever the fuck I got in the bank.
No,
What was
but
the
her
how
last-
about you, dog? How about what's the last funny thing that bitch said?
Her last...
There ain't none.
No, her last special I thought was really good. I fucking really was. She told a story about pissing in her Spanx and then taking hand sanitizer and putting it on her pussy. Like, it was really dirty. It was really kind of
No,
aggressive.
but that's not dirty. That's brilliance.
Yeah.
The people that go see that mutt show, that's brilliance. That's brilliance. You know.
Oh, fucking
Ari
Joey.
Sophia took his dick out for years. Nobody talked to that Jew. Ken Jeong takes his dick out in the movie. He's the biggest fucking star in the country.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
You know, if you say tard, they'll fucking throw you off the fucking improv. They'll fire you from the fucking
Yeah.
improv. What's the guy with the beard? He says tard in that movie, retard 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah,
Zach
Let me
Galifianakis.
tell you what happened this morning. I was waiting. I have the baby from 8 to 10, from 8 to 11.
Good for you.
Not because I'm saving money, but because I want to hang out with her. I have nothing to do in the mornings. I really don't know where the fuck I can go. So I have the baby. I go for a walk. You can't do anything with your baby. So I just go to North Hollywood Park. I go to Riverside. I walk.
Yeah.
I get home, and I fucking put on a SpongeBob. And she passes out. So I see what else is scrolling. I have an hour to kill. And it's the beginning of Stripes.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay? And they do what they do. That part with Harold Ramis when he's teaching them English. They do run.
They do run.
And I'm dying of laughter. And then it comes the part with John Candy. And he walks in and he looks at those bitches and he goes, hey, are they fucking, what's the movie on this flight?
Hey, what's the movie?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the movie on this flight? He looks just like fucking he does Freddie. And because he was brilliant in Splash. He's brilliant in Splash.
Yeah.
His comic.
He was great in everything
Bro,
he did.
Everything he
Everything.
did, man.
He's
Everything.
a fat guy. You forget he's fat. He's smooth. And I
Yeah.
think that motherfucker was up here slinging dick and getting his dick sucked like a motherfucker.
Really?
I heard the problem with him is he couldn't stop eating. He had that disease of his brain. wouldn't
Yeah.
shut off. Like, he would just fucking
Really?
pound, and he couldn't stop snorting. Fuck that dude who died. Fuck those motherfuckers. John Candy outdid Belushi. Listen, John Candy would take Belushi's head and fucking the other fat fuck, you know, the guy that strip club on Saturday Night Live.
Chris Farley.
Brothers are walking around, you know, Farley it up now.
Brothers.
Okay, let me tell you something. He would take, John Candy would take both of them, have Belushi suck his dick, smack him, and then have the other fat fuck. And that's how brilliant
Yeah.
that motherfucking John Candy was. And
God damn it, he's great.
Listen, bro, put him on. Listen, the truth is in the pudding. Put
Yeah.
him up next to Steve Martin and trains, planes, and automobiles.
Oh, he
When
was
I watch
deadly.
that, I always think about what Steve Martin thought when they called him and said to him, "Hey, man, you're doing a movie. We got a great movie for you. It's a great script. The problem is the other guy is John Candy. How do you attack that as a comedian? You hang up the phone and go, honey, I got a movie with John Candy. If you're a comic, you're like, that's John Candy.
Yeah, man.
What am
I'm
I going to
fucked.
do there? What am I going to do there? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Stand next to him? Where am I
Yeah.
going to shine?
Yeah.
So that's why when I see that
There's
movie, I
nothing
learned-
left, man.
I learned a lot
That
from
guy
Steve
feels it.
Martin because he said, you know what? I'm not going to out funny this guy.
Yeah.
There's
He
no
really
way.
did play. Steve Martin played a straight man.
And brilliant.
Brilliant.
The whole
Brilliant.
fucking movie.
Brilliant. And that's what these people. So today, I'm sorry to get off the subject. I'm watching Stripes, and I'm watching John Candy when he comes on there, and I know what's coming. I've lived the movie. I've lived the movie.
God
I've
damn
seen
it, I
this
love
more
that movie.
1,000 times, and I started crying. I started crying because two things. It would be my dream to be in a movie like that with those guys.
Yeah.
Al Ramis
Yeah.
and Candy.
Dude,
Bill Murray.
it's due.
Listen, that's when you walk into the improv and go, look,
Suck
I ain't
my
a
dick.
millionaire, but guess what? You got to suck my dick. I
Yeah.
was in a circle with Ramis, him, and him.
Yeah.
And in that movie, believe it or not, Harold Ramis is a funny motherfucker.
Funny.
Funny
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
movie.
he really is.
He's really
God
funny.
damn funny.
Everyone's funny in that
They
movie.
call me Psycho. That dude from Texas. he
Oh,
was from
yeah,
Texas.
so-
Lighten up, Francis.
Yeah, right.
Line up, Francis.
You just made the list.
You
know,
just made the
And I
list.
think about that movie and I think about The Hangover.
Yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
such a huge gap in comedy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look what happened after 20. Look what's happening. It's the funniest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Hangover. Oh, that's what, you know, the other day I watched the list of Rolling Stone, who I fucking can't stand because they're the
Man,
same
they
motherfuckers that
stink.
suck. And they had a list of the best buddy movies, and they had Midnight Run number like 28.
What?
And right there, I just
Are you
closed the
serious?
fucking
That's in the
magazine.
top 10.
That's in the top 5, Midnight Run. It's that, Freebie and the Bean, because nobody remembers fucking James Caan and my man Alan Arkin. That's as good as it gets.
Wow.
This is old school shit. But I'm thinking about Stripes. I'm thinking about how this was a mediocre, funny movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those guys
84.
played it so brilliantly, man.
And it still destroys. Like, as a comic, if you watch the root of this, all the comedy, it was fucking precision.
Yeah.
Even Animal House is fucking precision.
Yeah.
It's fucking precision. What's the one with the...
Caddyshack.
Caddyshack, genius.
You know,
Meatballs,
Caddyshack.
genius.
Caddyshack was meant to be about the caddies. That the movie was
Right.
meant to be about the caddies, and then they started getting guys like Bill Murray and Rodney Dangerfield and Chevy Chase, and they were like, "Fuck it."
You see
it
the
has.
story of making Caddyshack?
Yes, I did. It's fucking
they only-
awesome.
They only had Bill Murray for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because he was like the hottest star at the time.
Yeah.
And they had to shoot him out. But when they went down, Warner Brothers, whoever did the movie, had to send people down there to find out what the fuck was going on. They say that, did you see what the one guy said? He goes, there's 1,000 people out there that said they worked on Caddyshack. If they remember it, they're lying.
Yeah.
If they remember it, they're lying because we did so much blow. That's when it was new. When we had Warner Brothers money. We didn't know what. People weren't eating.
Yeah.
They all got together and said, look, we could either do crab save service and nobody eats them. We'll just buy a kilo of blow for 8 weeks. And that's exactly what they did. They even told the
My
story.
favorite line of that whole documentary is when they said that maybe it was Bill Murray or Chevy Chase. They did the first take with Rodney Dangerfield,
He wanted to quit.
and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm bombing.
I'm bombing.
And they were like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah." So then they went back and they told the crew, "Listen, when he tells his jokes, laugh and make him feel comfortable." And then he started doing. I thought that was like, because that's how I felt the first time I've ever done anything. I was like, no one's fucking laughing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is this even funny? How do I know if this is?
Right.
You must have been something before electricity.
Yeah.
They fucking lied.
If I still, when I go to the bar, I all the time go, "Hey, can you make a shoe smell?" What fucking great! It was the
Did you
So
see what they
good.
were saying? That they had anybody they wanted. They had Don Rickles for that part, and they go, no, we wanted Rodney Dangerfield because they had seen him on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Rodney was killing. Like Rodney came out.
Killing.
Every time he do a performance, he come up with another 7 minutes that was
Yeah.
smacking.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we
Fucking
don't run.
banging.
No, we got Richard Pryor. We
No.
don't run the Dangerfield. No.
God.
We don't run the Dangerfield. I just read the book for, somebody gave me this about 3 years ago, and I put it away, and I found it, the making. It's really about the making of the toy. It's got
shut the
Jackie
fuck
Gleason and
up.
Richard
Oh
Pryor.
yeah.
How fucking Jackie Gleason had to teach Richard Pryor how to smoke weed in fucking public. You got to read this
What?
shit. I would love, like everybody always says, who would you want to spend a day with? I think it'd be
Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jackie Gleason was
Jackie
he
Gleason.
was the gold standard.
Yeah, that shit about the story about when they were going to give him the deal at CBS, and they were going to give him like a big deal, and they knew he was going to come in asking for money. And the next day, the president of CBS went into his office, and he opened up the office, and there was Jackie Gleason sleeping on his couch from the night before. And when he called the receptionist, he goes, "Listen, when they call, just give him what he wants, man."
Wait. What was the story?
He went to get, like, he had a meeting at 9 o'clock with
Yeah.
this guy from CBS. And when the guy went to his office, like 8:30, he opened up his office, and Jackie Gleason was sleeping on his couch the night before. He broke in and slept on
Shut
his
the
couch
fuck
he was
up.
so hammered. And he goes, "Give him what he wants." What am I going to do with this guy?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? He's on my couch sleeping
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
his shirt
right.
off. What am I going to do? With a bottle on the floor. What am I going to do?
That behavior is so frowned upon now, but it was what defined. Like I remember hearing stories about Belushi going into their fucking into like their houses.
When they were
Yeah,
doing Animal House.
Yeah,
He
it
was
just-
I'm John Belushi. Let me hide. And people go, "Are you fucking kidding me? You want to hide in my house?"
like that. Now you look at that with the way paparazzi are. Back then it was a good story. Now it's like, oh, he's got a problem.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with him.
Bro,
I know. Maybe he just wants to party, man.
Yeah.
Man, why are you being a
he
dick?
was the first guy ever to hire somebody not to party.
Smokey was the guy's name.
No, the guy's name was Bill Superfoot Wallace.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
And he tells a story about how he used to go in a restaurant to sneak out the bathroom window. And then
Wow.
the studio gave Belushi somebody, like, you got to stay with him. Don't let him smoke coke. No problem. I got this under control. Let me go to the bathroom. Pew!
Yeah. Pew.
Gone.
Yeah.
You're in the bathroom. 10 minutes later, he's going through the fucking window.
I read that book and I fucking to this day I still have it because it's out of print. Wired.
Yeah, why?
Fucking
Yeah.
great goddamn book.
Great book, right?
We're talking there about when it was Pryor and Robin Williams. No.
De Niro.
Belushi, De Niro.
De Niro, Robin Williams, and
They went to get Pryor at the Comedy Store. He
Yeah.
wasn't there. But they walked from the Dublin. They were at the Dublin.
really,
The Dublin is
of course, yeah, it's of course, yeah.
whatever, the hotel.
Yeah.
They went to the hotel. They didn't find them. They went to the Dublin, which was Mario and Pete's in the 70s or whatever it was. They went in there. They didn't find them. They walked to the... Can you imagine walking on Sunset and walking? This is De Niro a couple weeks after the Raging Bull.
Yeah, right?
This is post Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is post Taxi Driver, post Raging Bull, maybe even post Godfather 2.
Really?
You might have to check that, yeah, because he didn't work much after it got out that he was looking for Belushi that night. They walked to the store to get Pryor, and then they didn't find Pryor, and they walked back to the Chateau Marmont.
Can you imagine walking down the street and you see Robin Williams and fucking Robert De Niro?
De Niro.
You'd be like,
Can you imagine that shit?
I did pick up, who's that guy who plays Munch on SVU? What's his name? The conspiracy comedian? Listen,
I know who you're talking about. Belzer.
yeah, Richard Belzer. I picked him up one time at the corner of Sunset and Crescent Heights. I was in my convertible, and I'm like, Mr. Belzer, can I give you a ride? I'm Robbie Man, I'm a comedian. Oh, yeah, you're a young comic, right? I'm like, yeah, do you need a ride? Yeah, I could. I was waiting on a cab. So I gave him a ride down to Wilshire.
Really?
Yeah. Tried him off his agent. It's crazy, man.
I interviewed him and Richard Klein on Richard Lewis, Robert Klein, Richard Lewis, and Belzer when I was on the X Show when I was the host, and I just had no reverence for like their history. I was young and I was successful and I was like,
Right.
I was like,
Go fuck
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I was in my head
This
now.
is easy.
If I look back, I would have asked him a fucking ton of more questions, but I was just like, you just don't know anything at that age. You're so fucking young. You're just like, so You ever like I don't know probably you ever bomb? Oh, who fucking knows? That was a fucking hack.
It's amazing. I did a Law and Order SVU, and he was really rude to me.
Really?
He was rude to me to the point that Ice-T
Yeah.
had to say something.
Shut
And I was
up.
really in shock, and I always swore that if I would see him, I would say something to him. I go, Doug, what was the problem that day?
Yeah.
What was your real fucking problem that day?
Yeah.
I had all this, just like, out of all the people that would have got mad at me that day, I never thought it would be a fucking stand-up comic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I
No
never
shit.
saw him again. Like, I never saw him again. It was really cold in New York, and we were shooting in the Village, and it was fucking freezing. The wind was coming off the Hudson, and there was supposed to be a mechanic that's under a car, and they're supposed to come ask me and then pull me out. But
Yeah.
every time they pull me out, the fucking thing would get caught on the ice, and the thing wouldn't pop out with me. The slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they thought it was me. Like, I'm like, no, there's ice, there's black ice under there. The guy that popped the fucking thing. And one time, him and Ice Cube went to pull me out, and I got stuck in there. He's like, hey, kid, what the fuck? And he went off on me, and I was like, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I had done. And then Ice Cube goes, oh, fuck, his fault. But he wanted to leave. You know when you're doing something?
Yeah.
Be there?
Yeah.
That's what it was. We were the first scene up, and that was his only scene for the day, you know.
Yeah, you never know all the fucking bullshit that goes on in someone's.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been times, and I can't imagine, but like I'm sure there's been times where I fucking, maybe not me. Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
You know,
I had that happen to me when I was on the
Yeah,
Shield.
You know, and I understand, but it wasn't my fault. You know, I've always that's one thing I've never really liked about that world. I never really liked
It's
part of that world. That
there's a dude. I don't know his name, but he's like an Austin comic. I guess he has like a radio show or something, and he doesn't like me. I talked to you about this, and I was like, I wonder what I did to piss a guy off. And I talked to you that night, and you're like, "Fuck it, you don't know. You can't lose sleep over it." But I'm sure it was one of those moments like Belzer where I rolled into a club and I got all this shit going on in my own head, and the guy was probably really nice, and I just was like, yeah, I'm sorry, and I just acted like one of those superficial douches and blew him off and didn't pay him the respect that you should pay every fucking comic. But you know, you get shit going on in your life. You got your fucking, you know, all the shit that could happen, fucking money and bills.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
you never know what the person's coming from, and that's how I thought about it. I was just in shock that it was a comic.
Yeah,
You know,
because
to see if it was an actor being douchey to me. I get it, brother. You know, you think you're fucking Stanislavski now. That's never. I like movies.
Yeah.
I really enjoy acting.
Yeah.
But I don't understand when, you know, there's 22 publications. I really get bothered by this. As an entertainer, as a comic, I don't understand how there's 22 publications about, you know, fucking the fat Kardashian or the other Kardashian or anybody else. But, you know, there's no magazine that tells you about a doctor that saved a retarded kid.
Yeah.
There's nothing about a fireman that day that, you know, that's always bothered me how they really give a fuck what Brad Pitt's opinion of it. I'm a big fan of Brad Pitt. I don't give a fuck what his opinion is of politics.
Yeah,
I
right.
really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck either.
Look at fucking Kid Rock. One minute he was in bed with Obama,
Pam
and
Anderson,
then he's in bed with the other fucking dude. Now he's saying,
Yeah, he got
just, you know,
hepatitis.
and I watched that Liberace movie.
Yeah.
So I watched that. I didn't even realize what I was watching. And George is on the couch next to me when he's fucking him in the ass, and I'm literally watching. And I look over, and George is staring at the screen. She can't figure out what it is. It's fucking Matt Damon on top of. And I go, oh my god! And I hit pause. I go, baby, we shouldn't be watching this. I just didn't. I was so lost to the fact that it was about that she has no idea what gay is, or that two dudes will fuck each other in the ass.
Yeah.
And I literally, Leanne walked in. She goes, "What?" And it's on the screen. It is a frozen shot of Matt Damon on top of fucking Michael Douglas. And Leanne walks in like, "What?" And I go, I was watching this with Georgia, and she goes, "So?" And I go, "Take a look." Like, George is still, like, not getting it, but...
Yeah, right. Leanne saw it, though, right?
Fucking dumbass Isla rolled in to she apparently got me a present, and she goes, she comes in, I'm sitting in the living room. She goes, Mom, are we going to get the present for D-A-D? And I go, did you give me a present? She goes, what? And I go, Isla, I can spell. She goes, Oh man, it just storms out. She spelled in front of me like I'm not gonna fucking get it. Fucking dummy.
That's so funny.
Oh, that fucking kid.
That's a good baby. That's funny.
I always want to do spots at the Haha Cafe. Because it's so cool block away.
It's such a dump.
It's
Is
not
it really?
far away though.
Such a dump that I love it. It's such
Yeah.
a dump. You know, man.
Man, I got blown off at the Comedy Store tonight.
Did they blow you up?
Yeah. I
Good,
said I
that's
was
what
gonna
you
come
get for
by.
Fucking with them.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right.
We were just talking about that. How 10 years ago you would sit here and go, "How come Bobby Slayton don't come out during the week? Or how come this guy don't come out during the week?"
Yeah.
And you started doing it. You come into town and not go out during the week, and I go, "How the fuck
Yeah.
does he not do it?" And now I'm at the point I'm like, if they like last week they called me from the Laugh Factory twice. The one that I told them no. Not the fucking Laugh Factory. I was like, I don't think so, guy. I really got
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah.
I'm going to karate. I'm doing something. Then they call me to go to Long Beach, which I like, you know. But it's like, it's not my prerogative no more. I don't want to go to the fucking Improv
Yeah.
and do a spot at night. It pains my fucking heart. Forget the Comedy Store. I wouldn't, you know, and the Laugh Factory's like, I'll go down there and do a spot, but I don't want to do weekends. I don't want to do Friday at 1 in the fucking morning.
Yeah,
I just
fuck
can't.
that.
We're out of town.
For me, man, it's more the whatever the salary is for my soul. It enriches me more to hang out at home, be with my kids. Like, you know, like I was saying, the Ice House thing tomorrow night. I was like, I'd love to go down. I know I'd have a fucking blast. I get hammered. I get fucking wasted. But I was and I can and part of me
I
was
love how you
like,
just go drive it off too. That's hilarious.
oh, fuck. Those shows are some of the funniest shows I've ever done.
Motherfucker takes a cab up there and a car service back.
Oh, car,
Like
yeah.
a doctor.
He's a real deal.
Oh yeah, and I get lit and there's
No,
shots.
Tomorrow you got your birthday with your daughter.
But I said to Leanne, I go, maybe I'll swing up because it's gonna be like at 10. I go, I'll go roll up at 10. The girls will be asleep, and she was like, yeah. But then I'm like, then I'm not gonna be able to get up and make them like breakfast and pancakes, and I want to be a part of the morning where the kids wake up because it's George's having a slumber party, and I was like, yeah. And so then we're going horseback riding, and I was like, no, I can't, man. For me, it's probably better for my soul, my spirit, to just stay here, lock it down, get a good night's sleep, fucking scare the girls in the middle of the night, come in the room and you know, and like fuck around and be knee deep in the fucking ocean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to like, but man, part of me has it like I don't have any draw to go to the fucking Improv. Nothing against the Improv. It's a great club, and same with Comedy Cellar and Factory and all that stuff. But it's just going to be like a bunch of younger comics hanging out drinking. Going to the Ice House is like all my friends sitting around drinking.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is where I go, fuck, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
You know?
I wouldn't mind doing that, man. I'm not doing anything this whole weekend, man, and next weekend either.
Really? You're in town next week?
Yeah. Yeah, Lana's working in New Jersey, so I've got the babies for the weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Ralphie May house husband.
I love it. I already made a mess of money this month. I'm tired.
Sleep.
Tired, Jack.
Get some sleep.
Man, I can't get enough sleep, Jack. It's like I can't sleep when I want to sleep,
Yeah.
and then I really want to sleep in the afternoon. Like I want to take a 4 or 5 hour nap. Can't operate like that.
My new nap has been? I got a new nap time.
What time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
My wife wakes me up at 7 dots, so I go to do something at 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A fucking hour, man. 'Cause I can't take it either.
I know.
I
You
do
feel like a
3
human though after that. Now.
I do 3 nights on the road now, bro, and I am fucking done.
It's the greatest thing. I was saying this to him earlier. Greatest thing he ever told me. He's like, cancel your Sunday shows.
Yeah.
Come in Thursday, Friday,
Can't do them.
Saturday, bounce on Sunday.
I can't do them.
And you know what? It's like I don't miss that whatever that one show is. It's minimal compared to
Yeah.
being
and
home
you should be able to
Sunday.
up your budget anyways.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's,
You know, I don't mind my bus. That bus is awesome, man.
what do you have, a tour bus?
Yeah, we bought Dave Matthews' old bus.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Prevost 2005. It only had 240,000 miles on it when we bought it. That engine will go to 1.4.
Really?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's in great shape, top to bottom. It's double slide outs. It was the prototype model. So there, it's over reinforced. It's super strong. It's
But where do you where is it now? Is it in
it's
LA?
in Nashville.
It's in Nashville.
Yeah.
So you
my
fly into
house.
Nashville and then go out of Nashville on the bus.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Bill Burr was saying that
great.
he goes. I don't know if I apologize, Bill, ahead of time if this is not what you wanted me to share. But he goes, man, it's the best thing I ever did. You go in, you scrap one date, like one date that pays for the bus. But for Bill, it does. But not for me. I'd have to do fucking the whole thing. It would be I'd break even. He goes, one date that pays for the bus, and then do like fucking 10 dates with your buddies, and you just fucking do a little tour in a bus. And he goes, it's one of the greatest things. He's like, you're waking up. He's like, you feel like a rock star. You're in a fucking bus. You're drinking whiskey in the mornings. Like, he's like, it's not in the mornings, but, partying all night. And he's like, it was one of the greatest things. He was like, I think they did Florida, they did Southeast. I was like, fuck, I would do that in a heartbeat. I go and fucking open for Bill to be on a bus, drinking whiskey. Fucking, one of the things that
Dude,
I always
all you have
resent.
to do is ask me. We can go.
I'd do it in a heartbeat. I wish to God that there was a, like.
You should come do theaters with me.
I do theaters in a fucking heartbeat.
It'd be a blast, man.
Yeah, the problem is I just started making money on the road.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's like the one part where you go, I want to tour with my buddies. I want to go on the road with my friends. I really wish there was a genuine, like, Death Squad tour where it was like, where it was like a big group of dudes that just went out and fucking did theaters and fucking had a blast. And we're on a bus for a fucking month and
Are we
going
Death
back and
Squad?
forth. Yeah, everyone is.
I think so, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Death Squad for life, son. But do like a tour where you're like that's one of the things that depresses me about the road is going into a city and you're like, don't know the feature, you got to get to know him.
Yeah.
Don't know the host, you got to get to know him. It's like you spend the majority of the night selling T-shirts and doing autographs. And you don't get to party with your friends. I would fucking love to do something like that. It's that cruise, man, I was telling you about. Fucking next level shit, Joey.
Are you next? You're going on a cruise?
No, I want a fucking 4-wall cruise ship. And
Fuck yeah.
Fucking get. I mean, I only feel like I'm the one that like I know that I feel like if I start saying I'll do it, then I'll just do it, and then 4-wall cruise, get all my friends in there, fucking
Have a comedy festival.
have a
on
comedy
boat.
festival on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And have it be all these partying motherfuckers. Where it's like, it's not like it's, I mean, nothing against 311, but I'm sure they're all sober. Like, have us fucking beasts out there.
Yeah.
And really go, hey, you want to fucking party? You want to get down? We'll show you how to get down.
No
Let's go on a
shit.
fucking cruise ship
Me
for 3
and Bird
days.
be topless taking pictures like prom.
Yeah, you'll be limping off this motherfucker. Cowhead's been doing it for fucking 10 years now.
Yeah.
And he fucking makes money every time.
Every time.
And it's like, why not? Why not send something out of Los Angeles, go into fucking Catalina, hit Ensenada in Mexico, come back 3 days, 2 nights of shows, live podcasts, fucking interaction with the fans. We got our own area so you can detox and you have a good time. Massages, fucking working out, great food, great booze, late nights and fucking suites where we're all talking shit and hanging out like friends. Go out, get a drink, say hi to the fans, fucking take some pictures, do some shots, gamble. Motherfucker, did I just sell you on a cruise? That's
man.
right. Go to birdbirdbird.com. I want to do it, man. I think it would be a blast.
Man, I'll go on it with y'all.
Oh,
Another copy on that motherfucker, crash that shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Near, far.
How fucking fun would that be?
Fucking Ensenada.
Be fucking the greatest time.
Straight to Vegas and shit.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Come right up to
I looked into it, man. The prices are fucking super cheap for like people that want to do it. Super cheap. We're talking like,
Yeah, man, like $400.
oh, we're talking. You go through and you used to buy cruise vacations
I do every year.
for Cowhead's friends.
Yeah. I take my fans because my fans are Cowheads fans, and we go down and have a blast. And I gave away 8 cruises last year, and I also gave away 9 trips to Las Vegas. And we pay for everything. They get free food. They got
Yeah.
buffets.
The food on those cruises. You ever been on a cruise, Joey?
Then they get a steak dinner with even booze and everything
Yeah.
for free on the house. Okay,
Dude,
that's
the
strong.
cruise ships, those cruise ship foods is fucking amazing.
30 years ago,
Yeah.
I used to date a travel agent in Jersey. And one of the things they did was the tour around. What was the tour to nowhere? Do you remember that in the East Coast? Tours to nowhere. You met by the docks at like 4:30, and they took you out into the ocean where you could gamble and eat and smoke dope and fuck and suck.
Shut up.
And you came back the next day at 6 in the morning, right to Manhattan, right
Really?
to 42nd Street there.
Wow.
Right to
Oh, that sounds
57th,
fucking
right
awesome.
by the water there, and that's the only cruise I went on because I didn't know if I got seasick.
Oh, yeah?
So I just wanted to try.
No one gets seasick on those big boats, I don't
Hey,
think.
I'm gonna be down in Tampa 4th of July week. If you want to come down, we'll go fishing every day. Be a blast.
Already. Well, in fact, I'm coming home.
On 4th of July, you're booked?
Yeah, I'm on. Well, that's Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm doing that Friday. I'm coming back that Saturday because I'm going away. I'm going to Tennessee or something like that.
Tennessee.
Something crazy.
Too bad you can't scrap that because you come down and do a spot with me and I get you paid.
No, I can't go fishing right now, man. Are you gonna go out on a boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been on a boat in a while. I'll get sick.
No, you won't.
Last time when
I'll
I
give you
was
that
seaside, I got
Dramamine.
sick
You'll be
a couple
fine.
years ago.
Yeah?
I got really fucking sick.
You'll be
I gotta
fine.
take
You'll be on
those
that
pills.
Dramamine.
I drink beers.
Yeah.
Second we go on a boat, I have a beer. Every time. On the second, no
I
seasick.
don't. It doesn't bother me
You
at all. I
fucking
never get
talking
seasick.
made me hungry. I'm fucking
no.
starving.
I know. There's a Twinkie right behind you. I
You should
see
go
it.
fucking Ari Shafir gave that to me.
Oh shit.
It was right when God, I got the fucking hiccups.
This got weed.
What? I don't know. I hope not. It's my fucking. That's the one fear about with having kids around is that if Ari comes over and leaves something here and I'm like, Ari, you got to take that shit with you.
Yeah, right. You can't leave that shit.
Yeah,
He's in
fucking-
New York, man. Already left.
Good for him, man. His thing, his special.
I think that's a bad move, man. He's doing great shit here. And then
He
he
is.
I think it's a step backwards.
No, but I'll tell you what. Look at it this way. He's still doing his podcast. He's doing it out of New York.
It's great.
It's a different group of comics that you don't get to hear.
Yeah.
That we all kind of swim out of the same pool.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's great because, the people that listen to these podcasts know us and they love us. But it's like, Ari's got these new dudes over there and he's not going to live there forever, but he'll be there for a while. He'll get into the clubs over there. He'll hang out with different dudes. He is like Joey was saying, Ari's the kind of guy that likes to go to the club and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
You do that at the cellar.
Mushroom fast. He likes all that shit.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? And listen, we all did at one time. But life moves on. And listen,
Yeah.
15 years ago, right now I'll be going to Ralphie's house. We've been making Bloody Marys
Yeah.
and fucking not eating. We drink 3 Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
99, we were drinking Bloody Marys.
Really?
Like
You guys
doctors.
didn't you guys live above each other or like
No, right in the same fucking building.
Yeah.
I belong to the
with
whole
Ricky
fucking
Cruz?
building. Ricky,
Yeah.
Gavin, Celine.
Man,
it's so
but
fun
yeah.
now.
Hey, tell them the first time you lived with me. You lived with me for like 3 weeks because they towed your
They
house.
told my fucking apartment. He was living in my car.
They towed your house?
But it was just, it's amazing.
But it wasn't even your car. What's the name of the chick whose car it
Ann
was?
Maney.
Yeah.
But it was
Tell
funny.
that part of the story too.
It was funny how, you have all this time. Like tonight I was thinking about cocaine.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how I did coke for 27 years. How much fucking time and energy did I waste? But then we
Oh, my God.
think about the first 6 years we're here. The waste. Like there was so much waste 5 years ago in my life. My day had so much waste in it. I would get up, I'd go to McDonald's, I'd write for like 10 minutes, and then I'd go to Faberman's house, and I'd smoke pot and go eat Chinese food. Then I hook up with Ralphie, and we get high, and we go to eat sushi. And by the time you go home at fucking 4 o'clock, you smoked 80 fucking joints, and you didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And I did that for years, and then I'd sit there and go, "What the fuck is up with me? What the fuck is up
Yeah.
with my career? Why am I doing this?" And then all the things that we got talked into doing, the things that shoot this for me, and it's gonna go to Sundance, and those people aren't even here no more.
Yeah.
Those people have moved on. They're realtors now in Minneapolis.
Yeah, no
That
shit.
tell people how they came to LA and it's full
Yeah.
of scumbags. And meanwhile, we're still fucking here.
Yeah.
Still in the heart
It's
of
so
it.
weird how much time and effort we threw away with people.
Yeah.
Like wasted people. People who are our agents that are now gone. Out of the
Yeah.
business. You'll
Out
never
of the
see these
business
people
completely.
again. It's just so fucking weird how.
It really is.
when
Joe.
you look, that's so crazy when you see like an agent or an assistant agent or someone you worked with and they're not even in the business and you want to go, so you were never real this whole time that I
You
was
were just a bullshit artist.
You were a bullshit artist. You were someone who didn't know what the fuck they wanted, and I thought you were my guy. You fucking
jerk off.
yeah.
And
You asshole. That's my career.
We live in a society
It's my
where
kids' life.
we're in a society that's really sad. It's like I used to sell cars when I was 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I'd see these guys that were basically 2 days above a criminal. They
Yeah.
were basically pieces of shit. Now they were making $200,000 a year selling cars, and now they wore suspenders and nice shirts.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they would still go and do like shit. Like you'd go, what? You make all this fucking money. And it's the same thing with this business we're in. There's so many people that get in it and make a ton of money, and they don't even know what the fuck they're doing, to be honest with you.
Man, there's so many people that get into this business, make a ton of money, don't even know what they're doing, but they're so terrified that they become cunts.
Yeah.
And you can't even fucking be around them.
You can't.
No.
And it's
No,
like-
you can't.
And it's like, and it's
So
because it's just
cunty.
because they're scared and they don't know
fucking
how to
right, man.
do it. They're like, I made it happen once. I feel like I make it happen again.
Right.
And they just become cunts, and you're like, man, it's the blessing of struggle is that you're like, at one point you start believing in yourself. You're like, I can fucking do this. And then one day you start doing it, or you start making money, you start getting on the road, and you start getting like people respond to you, and you're like, that's what I fucking thought. Like, I'd hate to be one of these dudes. I don't know who the dudes are. I'm not picking a name out of a hat. I'm just saying, like, there are these people that like that get a lot of success very early, and they go to start headlining, and they start panicking, going like, I got to do a fucking hour. I got to write a new hour. Like, I'm at the place now where I'm like, bro, put me on stage.
Right.
Like I'm. Trust me, that's the one place I'm competent. I don't need to worry about it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna go down good. I've been doing it long enough. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with hosting television, but I've just been doing that for a while. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like
You're a really good host, though, Bert. I mean,
well,
you really are, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
It
that,
really
Ralphie.
is amazing, the people you run through, and just all the shit.
Isn't it crazy?
Gone. People are fucking gone. Like the other day, somebody mentioned a name to me.
Mitch Hedberg?
No. Somebody, we were talking about Mitch, but somebody mentioned a name to me, but just a random comic. I go, Jesus Christ, I haven't heard that name in 10 years. And his roommate was like big time. I forget the fucking guy's name. This kid's roommate was like a big time comic in L.A.
Really?
And I go, what happened to him? And they go, oh, bro, he got married and quit. He's back in San Francisco selling computerware or something. I'm like, that's amazing how many people passed through this.
Yeah.
It was just not a stepping stone, but it was, to me, this was everything.
Yeah.
Like,
me
my
too.
friend came in from out of town last week, and I realized something about myself that I knew for a long time. I just didn't want to face. I'm a fucking putz. AKA, I'm a drip. I don't really have a life, and I never really had a life. I haven't had a life since I got into comedy because I was such a loser when I got into comedy. Like, I tell people all the time, like, people go, well, how do you feel now that you're selling tickets or podcasts or whatever? And I tell you know what, man? It's hysterical for a guy like me because I just had nowhere else to go. So
Yeah.
I got spots at the store, and I just went down there because I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And here we are 20 fucking years later, and it's just a weird fucking feeling, Bert, that sometimes being a loser has its advantages. Like in my case, I just had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So eventually I became a comic.
Yeah.
You know, I became a comic. All those other years, I was just on stage talking. Eventually, after 20 years, I figured out how to put two fucking jokes together. It's amazing how it's advantageous to be a loser sometimes. I can't imagine. You know, I feel very fortunate and very lucky. You know, Ralphie and me have been friends a long time. Ralphie has been there. I'm almost killed people around Ralphie. Ralphie's been to Jersey, where I grew up. Ralphie's
Yeah.
met my friends. Ralphie's been to Ashway's Deli.
Yeah.
Ashway's Deli was a great deli.
Great deli.
Because the whole family got hooked on blow. But the older brother was basically an imbecile. Gary Hashway was an imbecile.
Yeah.
And one
And
night
then there's the lump.
when he got hooked on coke in '84, when cocaine was the biggest thing in this country, he was freebasing. He had just bought, him and his mother started out with a deli the size of this, and it kept growing. It was amazing. I remember going there for lunch and them going, Coco, you got to help us load the Yoo-Hoos, because the Yoo-Hoos would be sold out, like cases of Yoo-Hoo.
Really?
From all the kids that would go in there for lunch. They became millionaires. They became millionaires. Then they bought the whole block. They bought the liquor store that had the lotto machine.
Really?
And then they would just, like, you come in and they go, what do you got for Coke? A gram. And they go take a bottle of Dom Perignon. But way before that, '84, when they just bought the liquor store, the brother was downstairs freebasing cocaine with a crack pipe. And
Yeah.
freebasing, and he put the torch down. because he heard a noise. And he went to see the noise, and the torch fell, and it burned the grocery store down. We were at the bar across the
Shut
street.
up.
So,
Wow.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, that they doctored up the fire report to make it look like it was, but it was really like a fake arson, like they were freebasing and shit. And it's so weird. These kids own that block, and that place just closed a year and a half ago. Like, they were out of business.
Really?
They were, the younger brother, the one that was my age, it's really weird how I'm 50 and I see life now. For
The
what it
lump.
is. And I love to sit with people and tell people about the karma that I saw.
Oh, yeah.
I saw this family that were spoiled kids. I seen Gary had Glenn was his brother that I grew up with. Glenn was a spoiled fucking kid. When everybody else had a regular car, he had a Z28. And he
Fucking
had this-
Z28s were hot ass
and he had
cars.
this thing
Hot
that
car,
he would
man.
talk about
Yeah.
people.
Pussy
When he came
wagon.
into the deli, he would talk about people, and that was his whole thing. Like he would just talk bad about people. And about
What a dick.
And about 7 years ago, they were so fucked up on coke that there's a gas station across the street from Glenn, the younger one's house, where he lived for 15 years.
Yeah.
This guy put a mask on, got a gun, and walked across the street to that gas station. That's like me trying to rob Marie E.T. Went in there with a gun.
Joey?
Said, give me the money. And the guy goes, Joey,
Yeah.
take the mask off. Knock it off. He's like, I'm not Joey. Give me the
not
fucking
Joey.
money. So they arrested him for armed robbery. They fucking chased him out of the town. I mean, it's really a sad fucking story that I saw this family go from, she was making 4 roast beefs a day and 2 turkeys and selling sandwiches. You know, I mean, the best sandwich they had was roast beef on rye with lettuce and tomato, a little bit of salt and pepper. God damn. With some
Yeah.
macaroni salad, a bag of Wise potato chips. Stop it.
And Mama Hashway's rice pudding,
And
nigga.
Mama Hashway had rice pudding, and she was losing
So
her hair.
good.
So you always got a little strand of hair in the sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
So
When you
good.
didn't get hair, you're like, Ms. Hash, what happened?
Oh, well, you don't love me?
You didn't get
You
hair?
don't love me?
You get a big, and they were Syrians.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were Italian all those years. They were Syrian.
Really?
Yeah.
Glenn and Gary Hashway. Gary left. He thought he was a big sandwich maker. He finally had to come back. And he used to have a pigeon in his head, like a little fake pigeon. And his famous line was, would you like a complimentary pickle? So we would go in there and torch him. Gary, where's the complimentary pickle? Shut the fuck up. It's amazing how you see life and karma, you know.
Yeah.
You see where they started, and you're like, wow, I can't believe that fucking happened. We're talking about Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
With
man.
that thing, they gave him that deal, and that changed him forever.
Yeah.
I knew Mitch before he went to New York. Me and Mitch and Doug used to play tennis in the
Right.
afternoons on Gardner courts, and then me and Mitch would walk to my house, and the stripper, the Tooth, would make us sun tea. I remember
Really?
him saying to me, I'm
Yeah.
thinking I'm moving to New York. That's when he was with that ugly girl. He used to be with a really ugly girl for a while.
Really?
A sweet girl, but she was no contest winner.
That was before the
He
wife.
got the deal, and he dumped her. See, karma's a motherfucker. And he went to Toronto, and he met that heroin chick. And that was the beginning of the end for those motherfuckers.
Really? I never even knew him. I never even really.
I love Mitch.
Yeah.
I love Mitchell.
I love Mitch. You know, these guys were having a great old time down in Houston. Babbitt with Stanhope, and nobody was hiring Stanhope. He was already a king in Houston. with
Yeah.
Mitch. They were doing their thing. These guys.
Stanhope did a podcast with Dorfmans. Did you listen to it?
No.
It's fucking good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's really good.
Which Dorfman?
The brothers. Yeah, both of them together is really good. I got a kick out of it. And then of course, you know, it's like you tweet. I feel like I'm the only dude that I tweeted that I liked the podcast, and then everyone's like, "Oh, ass kisser," and I was like, "Well, you can't say you like something." It was fucking
Yeah.
great. Doug's an interesting dude. He's consistently one of those guys that you look at and you're like, I want to hear more of his stories. I want to
Yeah.
hear, you know.
You know, a lot of people don't even. When I got here, Doug had a pen pal. That was
Pen pal?
Yeah,
murderer's
death row.
He was on death row. He was in Florida.
Yep.
Nobody remembers this shit. This is how brilliant he was. And he blew it up at Kinko's. And his girlfriend at the time was the chick from the show with Mike Tyson's wife,
Yeah.
head of the class.
Head of the class.
Robin
the
Givens?
redhead.
He was dating the redhead on the show, Doug
Oh,
Stanhope.
I was like, he was dating
She
fucking
became-
Robin
She
Givens?
became a Scientologist now. She's out of the
She's
market.
so fucking hot, though. She was so hot.
then.
Really?
She became a crazy fuck. But she was dating Doug Stanhope. This is all real shit.
Real
So
shit.
she was getting invited to all these award shows.
Yeah.
And one night, Doug took this 6-foot statue of this guy on Murderers Row and took it to this award show and made everybody take a show. He told everybody that the kid was dying from cancer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he made all these celebrities take a fucking picture with this thing.
Are you
Doug
fucking
Stanhope
serious?
is a real fucking
It was a
deal.
real deal, Jack.
Right, you know, and all you fucking people that listen to this, yeah, Bert's a great comic, and Ralphie, and
Yeah.
Joe Diaz, and Louis C.K., and that's all fine and dandy. I'm talking about somebody who it's in his bones. Like,
Yeah.
he's the epitome
Yeah.
of what we should all be. He doesn't give a fuck.
He does
When got
not
into
give a
this-
fuck.
When he got, and I know that you guys, a lot of guys look at Doug and go, "You're a loser."
I don't.
Making millions
I
of
don't, yeah.
dollars a year. He lives by his own rules.
Well, yeah.
And if you
Yeah, he
really-
does.
And if you really read the Lenny Bruce book, the first one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
and see
Dougie's
how he
living that
lives,
shit.
Doug is living it. None of us come even close.
No way.
I did blow for 10 years, and he bailed me out when I put the Coke rock in the chick's pussy. And Doug, yeah, that's funny.
That was great.
Doug has been doing crazy shit for reals. What about when they gave him
Yeah.
the show on Fox? Listen, what nobody remembers is that he really had the first hidden camera show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He knows.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it
he
was
had
brilliant.
and it was him going into the pizza store that the cat died. He just shaved it, and you finish cooking the cat. That's the kind of shit. They can't even have balls. He was doing. Fox didn't know what to do with it. The limo driver that came over to pick him up, and his grandmother was dead. Can we
Yeah.
drop her off at the morgue? And one Iranian said, "Fuck yeah!" And they tied it to the roof of the car. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fucking Stanhope is one of those
Are
fucking
you
guys.
fuck? He lives it. That
He
apartment
lives
he's
it,
got
man.
on Curzon, he still has that apartment.
Really?
$400 a fucking month. That's still his. He still rents that. You know how many houses he has in Bisbee? About 10. Nobody knows that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house is $60,000. Every time he gets $60,000, he buys a new house. He has a house just for his fucking cats. Did you know that, people? That's how. Listen.
Wow.
The best thing I ever listen. I could sit here and tell you guys a bunch of shit. We all grew up. The first time we all seen Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip, that was pretty big. The first time I saw
man.
one
Yeah.
of those Carlin
That red
specials,
tux.
that was pretty big. All of us have gone to see one comic. For Ralphie was probably Kenneth, and I don't know who it was for you, live that flipped us. When I
Yeah.
got into comedy, I met Doug Stanhope. I'm one of the only guys that knows Stanhope since '91. I was a house MC when he used to come through. And in
Yeah,
those days,
I met him in '93.
The Tribble runs were Tuesday in Boulder.
Yeah.
Wednesday you were off. You
Yeah.
only got $75. So if I liked the feature act, I'd say stay at my house. Because Wednesday you were off. Then Thursday was Craig, Friday was Gunnison, and Saturday was Colorado Springs. How fucking good is my memory?
Holy
And
shit.
fucking Stanhope would come every year and stay on my couch. And then I remember him still getting evening at the Improv. But then he won the San Francisco Comedy Competition.
Yeah,
And
beat
the
Dane
night-
Cook.
And the night they won it, they stole his car. They broke into his car, and he won it with a third $3 suit he bought at the fucking. Very interesting story.
Yeah.
He was living in his fucking car.
What?
Doing stand-up.
Yeah.
He kept that car. The
Those real
Buick.
color supreme.
He kept that yeah, the Cutlass Supreme. He kept
Uh-huh.
that motherfucker even after he won. And he bought the Neon, which I got towed. The fucking white Neon. Doug Stanhope was a very interesting
Bert,
guy.
can you grab that Coke for him?
You know, this motherfucker lived in his car and just became the best comedian you could be. But it wasn't until I saw him do a live show in Seattle, Washington, June of '95, that I went home, and I have no problem telling you guys this. I cried myself to sleep. Because that was the first time I really had to think about my life. It was 1995. I was probably 32 years old. I had been doing comedy 4 years. I was maybe off probation and parole a year. And I watched his comedy, and I was like, what am I going to do? Because I know I'm never going to be that good. This was in Seattle.
Yeah, Dougie.
The year in '95, Doug
Yeah,
was the
Dougie
best
makes you
comic in this
humble.
country. In '95,
Yeah.
Dougie
90s
made me as humble as Bill
as
Hicks
humble
did.
as Bill, bro. Real, I mean, he was
That's the real
walking people and telling them, "Hey, you fucked up. You didn't hear the fucking pussy joke or the vagina joke." One time in Boston,
Dude, how about the closer with the beer?
with the beer and all that
Would
shit,
come on the
People-
face.
to come
He
on
would
the
shake
face,
a
and he'd
beer.
shake the fucking beer.
He'd have a hot beer and he'd shake it and be like, how a porno comes out. I'll never know if it was, oh God. And he'd shoot beer up on his face. and it was the greatest closer I've ever seen.
Really?
Greatest closer of all time. Standing ovation every fucking
Dog,
time.
when APA used to do a showcase at the Improv,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let him on because
No.
they didn't know what direction the show was going to go. It was too strong.
Really?
They would ask the comics. Carlos Mencia, that's when APA was rocking, 95, 96,
Yeah.
97.
That's when they
Carlos,
passed on me.
and they wouldn't let Stanhope on. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
Really?
He was that good.
He was
Here's
the
when
death.
he was walking rooms at the Improv, and the comics were getting pissed off at him. 97, 98, he was destroying this town. They were still stuck in this nice, neat evening at the Improv.
No.
He signed with the manager of the Improv. He signed with Mark Lano's wife. So they had never seen nothing like him. They kept putting him on there. It was
Really?
amazing. It was
Dougie
amazing.
go on and shit-faced drunk and fucking blow the door.
Fuck them up, dog.
Really?
Because they had never seen that style. That
Yeah.
style wasn't even existing.
And he didn't want to talk to anybody.
He
He'd
didn't
come
care.
out and talk
He didn't
to
wanna
me
talk.
and Joey. That's
Didn't
it.
care. He didn't want to talk to nobody. Wouldn't go
Nobody.
to auditions.
Really?
Drink fucking coffee and cigarettes and write every day.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd come
And
over every morning at 10:30, and I'd stop. I'd go walk a little past and get 7-Eleven coffee for us and bagels. He would like bagels from the store next door, so I get bagels from that little Russian market right there, and bring them over, and we'd write jokes for 2 hours. He helped form my whole act and got me to talk about my voice and who I am. Doug was
bro.
instrumental.
I feel like I haven't gotten to know Doug. The only
Doug is one of the
like-
greatest
yeah.
people you ever meet.
Me, Chris
He's a
McGuire.
sweetheart.
Me, Chris McGuire, and Doug Stanhope
Love Chrissy.
had a great weekend. This one, Club 56 in Boston was open. Grill 56. The guy had 3 clubs. He had that one in Andover. He had the Aku in Worcester, which was a Chinese restaurant in the whitest trash area you've ever seen. And everybody would drink those zombies.
Yeah.
And I did it with some great comics. I did it with Tony V. I did it with some great comics.
I know Tony V.
And one weekend I had to do it with Stanhope. It was me, Stanhope, and Chris McGuire. And the first night we did it there, he was brilliant. But the second night, the guy was a Jewish guy. The guy was a stone-cold Jew at the Grill 56. He had 3 comedy rooms going at once. So if you were a feature act, you made great money because you hosted the 8 o'clock show, the 10 o'clock show, and then the 10 o'clock show in the back room, plus you hosted Tina and Tony's wedding.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they had 3 rooms at this place. Lobster, fucking guy was great. The only thing about the guy, he paid you with a check. You didn't get a check for 4 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
But you always knew you had a check coming. So it's me, Doug, and they sold enough tickets. We're in the big room for the 8 o'clock show. For the 10 o'clock show, we didn't do that good, so they put us in the little room, and they put the X-rated hypnotist in the big room. And the fucking Tina and Tony's wedding is in the back room behind us. So
Yeah.
Tina and Tony's wedding is empty. Chris McGuire goes up. He does what he does. I go up. I bomb. Stanhope's up there, and he's up there hammered. He's just up there throwing fucking heat. The owner of Grill 93, Grill 56, did not like dirty comedy. He liked me because we used to tell each other Jew jokes.
Yeah.
He told me the greatest Jew joke of all time, which I'll tell you later. But he didn't like dirty comedy. It just didn't work for him.
Yeah.
He called me once and he goes, I went to Montreal 2 years ago, and I seen this dirty little white comic that really made me laugh because he was making everybody uncomfortable. And I go, Doug Stanhope. He goes, yes, that's him.
Yeah.
He goes, I want to hire him. I don't care what he costs. I want him for me. He goes, get him for me, whatever he costs. I just want him. And he was loving it. He's in the back dying. Stanhope's up there being dirty. And all of a sudden, I see a priest coming out of the corner. Like there was 4 of them.
Yeah.
He waited for the other 3 and they didn't come. So he kept walking, and Stanhope's on stage, like throwing heat. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of his drunk eye, he looks over and he sees the priest. He goes, Padre, where the fuck are you going, right?
Yeah.
And the priest turns and looks like, and he goes, where the fuck are you going? He goes, I gotta go. He goes, don't leave. Where you going? He goes, I got a tit fuck joke that's gonna blow your fucking socks off. I mean, dog, we all fucking died. And this is
gonna blow your socks off.
and this is Boston, so every Catholic froze. Me, Chris McGuire, and the owner of the club We're in the back
I
giving each
got a
other.
tit button joke that's gonna blow your socks off.
We're in the back giving each other arm to arm, whatever.
Oh, my
trying
God.
to wing up the arm because it's dead. It was going.
So
This is-
funny.
This is how funny he was at this time. And he'd always say one thing. Like he would, even if he was bombing. He'd
Yeah.
say one. I remember one night at the fucking.
His recovery lines are better than
Oh,
some of his
one night
punchlines.
we were at whatever. What's the gay comic? The real flaming gay comic that he has a wig and he finally took it off and he shaves his head.
Oh, I heard him interviewed on Maron's podcast. I know you're talking about.
Jim J. Bullock.
No. He's.
Jim J. Bullock.
I know who you're talking about.
Well,
Yeah.
one night, he was in the audience at the Dublin, and Stanhope looks at me and goes, "Oh, this fucking faggot's here, right?" Stanhope went on stage and did 15 minutes. Remember this?
Yeah.
And then he kept it about how the week before he was in Davie, Florida, at Dorfman's first room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle
Davey,
Funnies or
Uncle
something.
Funnies. And he goes, he was in the room the week before that gay guy was in the condo. And he's sleeping on his bed, and he goes, I'm in this bed thinking about how many confused kids he talking to. And the comic is right there. And he's just going with it.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in this room, hooked up, thinking to myself, how many confused kids did this guy talk into sucking his dick last week?
Oh, my God.
'Cause he's a fucking fat. I mean, he just went on.
No, it's that Jason guy, right?
Jason, yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Remember that guy?
I don't know.
Jason?
I
And
know
then he
I don't.
kept the fucking bit.
Really?
Then he kept it. But another time we were at the Comedy Store, and Mitzi Shore was there, and David Tell was going to fire him, so I had to bring Stanhope up, and Stanhope was bringing a Tell up. It was a weird Monday night, and there was a lesbian that was up before me.
Yeah.
He goes, let's keep it going for Joe Diaz. Let's keep it going for the lesbian. He's just right up. He goes, that's not your hot-looking lesbian. That's a real old-school lesbian that brings a cock pump to a softball game.
softball game.
I don't even know what that means, but he's so fucking funny with it.
God, man, I'm fucking like. I want to see. I haven't
hilarious.
seen him do stand up.
Just what I appreciate about
I saw him do stand up in L.A. a few times, like when I was young.
and he don't care. Yeah. It's
and it was
it's not
No.
for everybody.
Let me tell you,
Yeah.
I saw Dougie. Dougie showed me that there's no boundaries.
That's what he does.
And that's what he did. He
Yeah.
opened my eyes to the truth that there's no boundaries in comedy. You can talk about anything. Fuck it. Can't take a joke, take a cab. It was that type of mentality. You know, he had a big influence on my career.
He had when I'm
Big influence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I wish I'd seen him more when I was young.
Dougie,
I know he was
came
Attell's
out here.
favorite comic.
Dougie got me a free
Attell's
apartment.
favorite comic.
You know, Dougie got me a free apartment. Matt Becker was in Alaska, and I stayed for a year, and the apartment rent free, and then then I started paying rent, and they were like, "Nah, don't worry about it." And then I gave him $500 for the furniture, paid the remainder of the phone bill I didn't know I owed because John Wesley ran it up. And I didn't know I owed it. I didn't know. And then I got all that, and I just paid rent. It was like $500 a month, but it was perfect. It was fully furnished. I didn't have shit to bring except for a TV, a computer. It was awesome. And man, and that little place just hummed, man. It was a great spot on Gardner, and it ended up being the catalyst for everybody moving in. Everybody moved in over there.
I had interesting history with Doug. I'd say interesting. He probably doesn't remember it even at all. Maybe he does, but like I was supposed to. When we did the X show, he was one of the comics that tested for it. It was Scott Henry, him, myself, and Gary Valentine, and they had passed on him, and they took me instead of him, and I was like some young comic out of New York, and so I went to the Improv one night, and he was doing this rant on young, fresh-faced comics that come out to L.A., and it was basically about me. And I'm in the back of the room with Gary Valentine, and Gary's laughing hysterically, and he goes, I think he's talking about you. And I go, I think he is too. And then he just fucking sets his gaze over on our corner, and he goes, I know you're here. And I'm like, fuck. So we leave, and I'm like, but it was so funny. Like, it was so funny, and it seemed so natural. He had a glass of wine. It was in, and I was like, God, the guy's really fucking great on the mic, like just talking. And so I was like, I don't think I introduced myself. I left. I didn't ever run into him. And then one night I'm in Sacramento, and I had gotten when I was knee deep in the road, and I was like, "Fuck it, this is what I'm doing. Is I'm a comic." And it was the first night that I realized, "Oh fuck, this could be a very long journey." Like I was like, "This is this." I'm still young at headlining, and I just feel like I'm depressed. I'm empty. I'm on the road. I'm missing my family, and I just one of those things. It's before Twitter, before probably MySpace was around, but I took a stab in the dark, and I was on Doug's website, and I emailed him. I said, "Hey man, I don't know if you remember me. My name's Bert. I just know you've been doing the road a long time, and I'm on the road right now, and I just want to know, like, all these things are feeling like, is this normal? Is this like what the road's like? And anything that you can say that can, whatever." Literally 10 minutes later, I get an email back. Welcome to the quickening, baby boy. I will keep you posted. Just ignore it. It's what the road's like. Enjoy it. This is part of the business. Glad to hear from you. Let's keep in touch. And like 2 days later, he emailed me. He goes, "How's everything doing, cutie pie?" And he just kept emailing me, and it was like the funniest. Like I'd get these emails, and it was like, oh, it made me like it makes you enjoy the road when you go, oh, I'm not the only one out here going, fuck, this is that my fucking Friday morning is an oppressed morning because I still have 2 days left, or oh fuck, I get a kick out of that guy. I got to see more of his
stand-up.
Over
again, I do it the way he did it.
Without
in the back of my mind, I always thought you had to have something here. You really don't. This is just
he proves it.
This is just about being the funniest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
And
the
Eddie
best.
Murphy and all that. That's great.
The best.
He took it, turned around, went to Bisbee. He's the mayor of fucking Bisbee.
Yeah.
Which he loves. He has these gypsies around him that are crazy.
Yeah.
He does any drug. He lives by no rules.
No rules.
He goes across the border and gets Xanax by the big ass jug.
He's got one of my favorite stories. One of my favorite, and it was one of those times I'm in Miami.
Transvestite?
Nope. This is one of my. This is a epic, in my opinion, for a comic. Epic. He does a gig. I'm in Miami. Steve Trevino's featuring for me, but Steve brought his own feature, or his own host. But we already had a host. It's me, Ricky Cruz, DJ Coochie, DJ Cooch. Do you know DJ Cooch? Yeah. DJ Cooch, Steve Trevino, and then me. I'm closing the show. It's 4 fucking comics. Steve's doing 45. I'm doing 40. It was a nightmare set. Jesus. I bombed every fucking night. And I'm just like, and I'm bombing, and I'm like looking for some solace in bombing. And I see on Doug's website a complaint letter. I read the complaint letter. This is exactly how it went. The complaint letter's first. Please read the complaint letter before you read my response. So I read the complaint letter. Dear Mr. Stanhope, I am completely and entirely appalled by by the comedy you presented the evening of February 19th. I was in the crowd. I was with my husband, and we have healthy senses of humor. We find ... Seinfeld, Friends. We find all this hysterical. However, your presentation of subject matter and the way you presented it was appalling. You were intoxicated. We don't find AIDS funny. We don't find 9/11 funny. We don't find race humor funny. We don't find rape funny. And I have to tell you that I will file a complaint. And he wrote back, I couldn't agree with you more. That evening when I got to the club and I received the script for the evening, I was appalled by the material they presented me with. However, being a dutiful comic, I performed the material the club requested me to perform. He goes, if you have any complaints, please notify the club that the material they're writing for the comics to perform is completely inappropriate. Next letter, I knew it couldn't be you. How dare they? How dare they? I'm writing the Better Business Bureau. Like, it was the fucking best. It was the best. Like, fuck you to that woman was so fucking stupid that he proved it going, when I got the script from the club for that night's show, I was appalled too. I don't find any of those jokes funny, but I had to do them because I need to get paid. Oh, what a fucking interesting guy. Wow. I texted him last time. Last time he was in town, I was like, I'd love for you to do my podcast. He's like, yeah, I'm only in town for a day. Next time I'm in town. But I get notes from him. He's a fucking interesting guy.
He calls me one day. He all huffing and puffing. He goes, Joey, where you at? I go, I'm home. What's up? He goes, you got to help me look for Ralphie. I just came in. He was making out with my mother.
Oh, stop.
You remember
I
that?
was not.
I know you weren't, but that's what he said to me.
Yeah.
Remember, he was playing a trick on me. He goes,
Yeah.
you got to help me find Ralphie. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, I just came in. He was making out with my mother, and he's all embarrassed, and he ran out of here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was dead serious, but nothing.
God. What a
You
fucking
gotta
interesting
meet his
guy.
mother.
Bonnie earmuffs.
See, once you meet his mother, you understand. His mother
Yeah.
was an AA from the 50s. And
Yeah.
she had gotten fake tits in the 50s when they were hard.
Yeah.
Like they were like fucking concrete. They just ripped your skin open, and the Italian guy came and put concrete in you.
Yeah.
Closed them. And when she moved up here, she moved up from Florida. He had to pay for everything to move her
Yeah.
up here.
Really?
So he got her own apartment. First, she moved with him, and then she was saving cats.
Oh,
She had
and
a
these
bunch
are
of
the
cats,
ugliest fucking cats you ever
and
seen
each
in
cat had a
goddamn
missing
life.
ailment.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
a
each one
foot's
cat
fucked
was
up,
missing a
no
leg,
ear,
one cat was
an
missing
eye.
an ear, an eye. So finally, one of the cats
Tail.
died, and she put a towel out, and she put the dead cat on the table and had to wake for it.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
all the cats are sitting around, and the one cat's looking at the other one. Hey, he's dead. Let me get the eye.
He said, all right, come on, give me that foot. I'll take that
But
fucking
these
foot.
are all true stories. I mean,
He's one of those guys. KP
Man,
Anderson
hey,
used to
Doug's
say just
mom
legendary.
yeah.
Jerked off
KP,
KP
Cats.
loved
KP
Doug.
Anderson knows that. KP Anderson seen it. The best was he
I
fucked
gotta
the
call
chick.
KP.
Oh, he fucked the chick on Bill Maher's bed at Bill Maher's 4th of July party, circa 1978. Bill Maher was flirting with some Asian chick. Stanhope went in there, not only took the chick from Bill Maher, but fucked her on Bill Maher's bed. Bill Maher made Doug Stanhope write an apology letter apologizing to him. So in those days, in the afternoon, the big thing was all of us would hang out, meet at like 2, smoke
Yeah.
dope, and take a ride to CBS. And we'd go to Wilshire and watch Politically Incorrect.
Yeah.
That was the big thing.
Yeah.
KP Anderson wrote for them. So me, Mitch, and Doug would shoot over there. And every day after every show, they'd give you comment cards. Who do you want to see on the show? We'd fucking fill them in with Doug Stanhope. We'd get tons of them and put Doug Stanhope on them and put them in Bill Maher's box. So every time you opened that box, you'd see Doug Stanhope. So now you want to see the motherfucker that fucked the bitch on my bed? No, better yet, he didn't fuck her on the bed. He took a shower with her in Bill Maher's house. So think if you're having a barbecue here and there's a hot-ass chink here, and all of a sudden you're hitting on it. Joey come in, takes the chink, puts her in the shower, and he's eating her ass in your fucking shower.
Shut the
He
fuck
fucked
up.
her in his shower.
And he had to write an apology letter?
Bill Maher's shower.
Wow. Man,
God, man.
hey, you know, instead of talking about what he did, you got to talk about what you did at Dublin's. On that set of that night, you bombed in 7 minutes. You got no fucking
No
laughs.
laughter.
0 laughs.
No laughs.
Zero fucking laughs.
picked up
Every
a hot
joke
chick,
died a death.
Took her coke and put a coke rock in her fucking pussy, and ate her coke. And they had cameras in the liquor room, so they caught us. So the bouncers came down. Now, in the meantime that I'm eating her snatch, I put the 8-ball. When they come in, I got the 8-ball in my hand. I'm putting
Yeah.
the coke rocks in her pussy, and I'm licking her pussy, and I got her 8-ball in my hand. I fold it, and I put it in my sock when they come in. And they're like, we already contacted the police. They're on their way. The police is coming. Walk outside. So they walk me outside. The girl starts crying. The guy that was with her, you know those guys that always hangs out with 3 girls? And
Yeah.
He's cute.
Yeah.
With long hair. Like, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, one
of
He
the
comes
fake.
out like, what'd you do to her? I didn't do nothing, dog. We're talking. Next thing
Yeah.
I'm eating a fucking snatch. I asked her if she wanted a coke rock in it. I put a coke rock in her pussy, and fucking Hindu and the 3 fucking black dudes came and got me. So I'm sitting there waiting for the fucking cops to come with this 8-ball, and I'm not giving it up, and I'm not taking it out of my sock.
Now, hey, and you're leaving out that you mugged her for like $300.
No, I didn't mug her. Somebody gave me $100. Oh, no. So now, I was broke when I went in there. I'm flat broke when I went in there. We got $2. I put the 8-ball in my sock. It's 9 o'clock at night. With that, Willie Barcena and Joe Rogan walk out, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? And I go, the security over here called the cops because I put an 8-ball coke rock in the chick's pussy, and they're laughing. And Joe's like, where are they going to take it? I go, I think they're going to take me to L.A. County Jail. And all of a sudden, Joe goes, well, here's money. Call me when they take you down there and let me know where you're at so we can bail you out. So he gives me a $100 bill. He gives me a $100 bill. He turns his back on me, and I look out the sunset. Who do I see coming from Miyagi, the all-you-could-eat?
My man, Ralphie May.
Taking his time walking across the street like he owns the joint. He comes up and I go, Ralphie, go get your car. And he's like, but I got to set upstairs after Danko. I go, Ralphie, go get the fucking car. Just go get the car, Ralphie.
I fucking ran across the street. I waddled my fat ass
He
off.
waddled over, got the fucking truck, the old red fucking 4Runner, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That came through for us 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
And he pulls up, and as I get in the fucking car, I can see the cop car behind me now with the lights on. And I leave with Ralphie, and I go, and I got the 8-ball, 100 Joe gave me, and I'm going home. And it's not even 10 o'clock. Who's better than me?
Fucking
You didn't get arrested?
Didn't get arrested.
Did not get arrested.
Ralphie was a getaway driver.
Yeah, we took back streets and we
Fuck
went
yeah.
fucking sideways. I turned the lights
Shut
off.
the
and stopped.
fuck up.
And
Yeah,
I'm
man.
banned. I was always banned from that room after that for putting the
Dublin's?
and a chick's pussy. Tremendous.
So fucking funny. You bombed too. It was
But it was-
goddamn amazing.
You know, those were the nights where
that was amazing.
Those were fucking tremendous shows up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Alonzo Bowden was. I mean, there was a lot of people going up. And,
Oh, I remember going up there around that time, like probably after that time, but going up there and being like, just people ripping the
Monsters.
stage apart. And you get a spot, I get a spot, and I'd be like, fuck. A second I would
Nick
go on.
Swartz and me, Dane Cook, Mitch Mulaney, Alonzo Bowden every night would crush it in the last spot. Crush it. Tired audience. He didn't give a fuck. Crush
I remember seeing, what's the, I want to, his name's not Chewy, but
Bobby Lee.
No, the Mexican dude who won Last Comic Standing, Felipe Esperanza.
Yeah, Felipe.
I saw him on that stage one night, and I went, God damn, he's a funny motherfucker.
He's a funny motherfucker.
He made me laugh
man.
so fucking hard.
He's hilarious,
it's
man.
amazing in those days, like the rooms we used to do, and we'd bomb, and we'd never go back. Like I bombed one time in a room, and I don't care what you paid me, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it took me years to go back to Nashville. I went to Nashville one time with Doug Stanhope on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it was the longest 30 minutes of my life. I said, I'll never go to Nashville even to visit.
The longest 30 minutes of my life.
He
Yeah.
went up there. He went up.
But
and
now you're rocking in
I felt a
Nashville.
lot better because he went up and he lost him after 12 minutes.
Really?
It was still a little too Bible Beltish.
Yeah, but not anymore,
Not
man.
anymore. Now they request it. Now
Yeah.
that was a little bit too Bible Belty. You know, in those days there was a company called, they're still around, Creative Entertainment.
Yeah.
The guy in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Whatever his name was. But he used to have
Brian Heffron.
Brian Heffron and Ken Phillips. They had
Yeah, yeah.
Carrot Top. They were the big rooms on that side.
Yeah.
So on this side of the country, it was Tribble, KP in Texas.
Yeah.
But on the East Coast, it was Creative.
Yeah.
Creative
Yeah,
have
they
everything
can't-
from New York to the Bahamas.
Really?
They had West Virginia. They had Clark, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If they had a spot in the fucking, and they paid $225 to the headliner, $175 to the feature act. They didn't fuck around in those
Wow.
days. I remember I did Clark. I did Knoxville, Tennessee with Vinny Coppola. And since my manager at the time worked for Creative, they headlined me. I was in no danger of headlining. And I walk into Knoxville, which is one of my favorite cities in the world. They got one of the best record stores in the fucking country.
Yeah, man.
I don't
It's
know
a
what
good
the fuck the
fucking
name of it
record
is. You
store.
can find anything you want in there.
Anything.
Anything.
Fuck you, Amoeba.
I go into I get to the first show. There's 11 people in the audience. But there's a girl in that audience that could destroy anybody on television today.
Really?
This girl was amazing. Here's the funny thing. She was from in Nashville. She was from Tennessee, so she didn't know it. Nobody ever told her that she was this good looking.
No one ever told her she was a dime.
She was a fucking savage.
Yeah.
All she had to do was step on Sunset for 5 minutes and a car would crash. And go get in the car. It would take you right to 3 yards. Like, that's how good looking the girl was natural.
Yeah.
And she was with a loser of a husband. A loser. And it was her 21st birthday or 19th birthday. And there was nobody there, so I'm talking to the audience. I'm trying to kill 45 minutes. I got 20.
Yeah, I remember that feeling. I remember that
38,
feeling.
including LA material. So I went to LA, I lost 12. You lose 12 once you leave
No
LA.
shit, man. No shit.
I fucking get up on this stage, and I'm dying. There's 11 people. And this girl's talking about how it's my birthday, and my husband got 2 people to fuck me tonight, so I got money to go out. And I'm like, talk about this again. And she goes, yeah. My husband, on fight nights, like boxing nights, he would invite all his friends over, and fuck her for money while they were watching boxing in the living room. Oh, this got crazy.
Fuck.
She had a truck. He had a mattress in the back of the truck. She would come to his work and suck on Fridays and fuck the other construction workers, and he was her pimp. So she's telling us all these stories. And this girl does not know she's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's telling us all this. Now, the first show ends. There's 2 shows. I go back to my room to smoke pot. I go upstairs. I smoke the pot. When I walk down, she's coming out of the woman's bathroom. I look at her. I go, oh, my God. She goes, you were so funny. We're going to stay for the second show. I go, well, all those stories true? And she goes, oh, my God. I suck at least 3 dicks a day. She goes, today I made a whole $75. And I'm looking at this girl going, would you suck my dick? And she's like, sure. She takes me in the bathroom, shows me a pussy. It's gorgeous. Sucks my dick. I eat a pussy. I finger her asshole.
Yeah.
The whole thing. No, it doesn't charge me a dime. Right?
Yeah.
Not when you go to the pooper.
Second show.
If you're willing into
starts.
the pooper, you
But
get
by
a
the
pass.
second show, she's drinking. And she's getting hammered. And I'm looking at her when Vinny Capolla's on stage, and she's getting angrier and angrier, and she's closing the one eye and looking at Vinny. And I'm like, oh, this is going to get bad. And I get up on stage,
Red Devil.
and 10 minutes into it, this bitch yells, I sucked his dick in between shows. And the husband's like, what are you talking about?
Joey goes, Vinny, how dare you?
And she's like, I sucked the comedian's dick. And I'm like, no, she didn't. She's like, yes, I did. And I swallowed your cum. And they're like, call the police, call the police. And they go,
Call the police.
And the husband's like, no, the police, don't call nobody. I want my $40. I'm like, there ain't no $40. And I mean, this went on for an hour. Me on stage going, guys, she did not suck my dick. And she's like, I sucked your dick and I swallowed it. And he's like, you swallowed it. That's an extra $10. I mean, this went on for 30 fucking minutes. It was so crazy, I couldn't even, they fired me.
Really?
They paid me Saturday. The kid called back and he threatened to bomb the fucking place.
Oh,
If he didn't get his $40. He came in my wife. And I remember sitting at the bar and he's arguing with the manager till 2 in the morning going, no, you don't understand. He came in my wife's mouth.
My God.
That's premium payment.
Yeah.
He's like, I want my $20. That's 40 for the blowjob and 20 to come in her mouth.
God damn.
This was the craziest thing I had ever seen. He didn't care about his wife sucking nobody's dick.
He wanted the
just
fucking
wanted-
loot.
The
All right.
animals.
Forget the $20 for the cum. I'll take $40 and I'll go home peacefully. I think they paid him $40 for him to fucking leave.
That's fucking
They took it out of my fucking pay. You understand me? I'll never go to Knoxville again. Till this day, I don't give a fuck.
I'm never
I don't
topping
need a
that
record
story.
player that bad. You understand me?
Oh, that's fucking great.
The chick snapped. And he don't give a fuck. All he cared about was the 40 fucking.
I sucked his dick. I swallowed his cum.
That's $60. I want my $60 right now. I want my 60
That's
fucking
fucking
dollars.
great. Well, gentlemen, it's been a nice 2.5 hour podcast.
Really?
Oh, it's 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
Is it really?
yeah. We should go
No,
to bed.
it's not.
I got a birthday. I got to unwrap presents in the morning for a birthday girl.
You gotta do what?
Unwrap presents for a birthday girl.
Oh, yeah.
You guys got anything to promote?
Well, I've got a podcast. It's called The Perfect 10 Podcast with my wife, Lana. I want to have you guys on it.
I'd love to do it.
We'll go do some crazy shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
And maybe do some of that Bert stuff over there at Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
You like roller coasters?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck, let's do it.
Let's do it.
And we got some stories to tell and stuff like that. Maybe go do some arts and crafts class with me and Coco. Okay? I might go make plates or something with our babies. Sound like fun? Good talking to you.
Joey's on his phone.
I know, you like, go fuck yourself. There we
Oh, I
go.
should take a. What do I do with that my fucking phone?
Anyways, so I've got that, and I just recorded my 6th special.
Motherfucker, Ralphie.
It's
You're a
good,
working
man.
motherfucker, man.
2 hours.
Where are you going to be? I don't know. I might release this one Friday.
Friday.
I might release. Oh, I was supposed to release one
You know,
tonight.
I'm off, man. I'm happy to be off. I got dates in Nashville and Knoxville and Asheville, North Carolina, and a lot of Nashville dates. But I'm basically off, man. If it's a long ride, what I'll do is get on my bus and just go do a one-nighter, and the bus is awesome.
Well, that's fucking great, man. I'd hop on the bus with you in a fucking heartbeat.
Man, we gotta go do it then.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
You bet, bro.
I'm fucking. Let's see if I'll vine this, and people will fucking go, "Oh, shut up." Do you want to go to boot camp? Oh, yes, no. What was I gonna say? I want to have you back, man. There's a lot of stuff I'd love to talk to you about.
Sure, man.
That I'd fucking
Sure, man.
and then
I like Bert.
and then let's see. Here we go. We'll start with this podcast phone.
Wow.
And then hi. Are you on Vine, Ralphie?
No.
You got to learn how to fucking shorten your. You're the only person on Twitter that uses Twitter Extend on everything.
I don't care.
Every time I see your tweet,
complicated man.
I see your thing, and I go, "What the fuck did everyone else write?" So I have to go back and log on to that site and read what they said.
Such a dick.
The podcasting.
How funny was the fake controversy with me and the Storm Chasers?
I saw that.
Hilarious.
I was like, Jesus Christ! The only person
It
that
made
was really
Fox News, man.
did it really.
Yes, it's crazy.
That was fucking insane.
Crazy.
Joey, what do you got to promote? Anything?
I got nothing. I got Utah next week. I got Lexington, Kentucky the week after. I got the San Jose Improv the last week of June.
Perfect. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
man.
I'm going to go to bed and wake up and unwrap presents. I'm going to finish a couple beers, maybe. I appreciate you guys coming by. Thank
Hey,
you very
man,
much.
we
This
love
has
you,
been
Bert.
fucking great. I love you guys. I love having real friends in this business.
It's few and far between.
This is, I'm fucking just feel so fucking blessed. All right, everybody. God bless yourselves. See you guys.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.